बंदा है, ये हमारी साइड में रहता है, ये टेररिस्ट का गाइड है और है इंडियन, पर वहां जाता है, वहां से पाकिस्तानी पैसे लेता है और उनके आतंकवादियों को इंडिया के अंदर गाइड करके ये वाली पगडंडी और रूट से लेके आता है, एंड वाइस वर्सा। ठीक है, तो अब इंडिया से तो खैर किसी ने जाना नहीं उस पार, बट वी यूज टू कैच होल्ड ऑफ दीज इन्फॉर्मेंट्स एंड देयर फैमिलीज एंड वी यूज टू टेल देम कि अब ये जो आतंकवादियों की टोली ला रहा है ना बच्चे, तू ये किलिंग जोन में लाएगा और तू सबसे बीच में होगा, सो दैट वी ऑल न्यू कि आगे 4 जने पीछे 3 जने आर द वंस, जो ये सेंटर में है, ये ही इज आवर गाय, एंड दैट इज हाउ वी यूज्ड टू गेट द किल्स देन ऑफ द टेररिस्ट। तो इट इज अ वेरी वेरी टीडी, एंड मैं बता रहा हूं कई बार गलती से दीज इंफॉर्मेंट्स वर आल्सो इनकाउंटर के अंदर मारे जाते थे, एंड वी हैड टू कॉम्पनसेट द फैमिलीज, बट एंड ऑफ द डे उसके हाथ तो रंग चुके ना विद द क्राइम, बिकॉज वो तो इंडिया के अंदर ले आया 30 से 40 आतंकवादी ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ 2-3 मंथ्स। तो वो फिर हाई प्रायोरिटी नहीं देते हैं उस इंफॉर्मेंट को ज्यादा देर जिंदा रखने की, कहते बच गया तो ठीक, नहीं बचा तो जस्ट टू बैड, बिकॉज ही इज ऑलरेडी गॉट मेनी इंडियंस किल्ड।
Major?
तो उसे
So I
या
think this is a good spot to, I mean, you've narrated like a very good portion of like what happened, and you've corroborated a lot of data and evidence accounts, which is great, right? Like a lot of this wasn't officially documented. I do want to just kind of, there were a few people who wanted to ask questions. Blood G, go ahead. Um, uh, just want to like maybe open the floor to a few questions and then get back.
Rajiv, I'll just give in a closing line
For sure.
that firstly, many people are trying to now give it a Hindu versus Sikh kind of a perspective. I would strongly advise don't do that. We all have been victims to it. Okay. Secondly, I mean, people are saying 36,000 Hindus have been, martyred in this, okay, conflict, like how the Sikhs have also been martyred. They've been killed. तो मैं ये बोलूंगा कि Hindu organization said up till now, why did nobody speak up here? Now what people are doing is they are relating all this with only 84. They are not relating it to terrorism, which was beyond everyone's control. So it is now आधी जनता बैठी है जो हिंदू वर्सेस सिख कर रही है, which is exactly the playbook of ISI. They wanted to do this in 1980 to 1995. They failed. अब मेरा सवाल है कि सतलुज मूवी जो है, ठीक है, आपने जो भी दिखाया है फेयर इनफ, ठीक है, बट मैं ये बता रहा हूं 1980 टू 1984 मंथ ऑफ मई के बीच जो इन्होंने लगभग 150 से 200 लोगों को टॉर्चर कर करके मारा, एक्सटॉर्शन किया, है ना, और मतलब इट वाज टोटल chaos एंड हैवॉक इन पंजाब, एंड व्हाई दे यूज्ड टू किल इन अ वेरी अगली मैनर, like Sikh families with 3-3-year-old, 4-4, 5-5-year-old kids were killed. मतलब जब फैमिली को मारते थे ना, even kids were taken out. There was not a single sign of mercy, remorse, कुछ भी नहीं, and everybody faced the brunt. अब मेरा सवाल यह है कि अगर आपने सतलुज मूवी को रिलीज किया, you should have shown it from 1980 कि 1984 ऑनवर्ड्स ये नौबत क्यों आई। 1980 से दिखाते ना, इनिशिएट किसने किया, शुरुआत किसने की, अलग होने की बातें कौन कर रहा था, आईएसआई से कौन पैसे ले रहा था, हथियार क्यों ले रहे थे पाकिस्तान वाली साइड से, पाकिस्तान में आना जाने का क्या लगा रहा था, ऑल दिस स्टफ। सो दीज आर द थिंग्स दैट यू हैव टू रीजन कि यार That is why police had to come in. अब पुलिस वॉज अंडर आर्म्ड यार. तुम पिस्तौल से AK-47 का मुकाबला करोगे? इट वॉज अ जोक.
So that's the
पुलिस को
question,
खुद पता
right?
था, दे वर सिटिंग डक्स.
Uh, Major, that's the question. Where did these Khalistanis get their weapons that were far above police issued standard weapons?
दे
So
वर ऑल
obviously,
पाकिस्तानी एंड
right,
चाइनीज.
right. Yeah,
या
ISI funded, CCP may be involved. Yeah, sure. So that's a good, jump into like the conspiracy theories, but like what's real. So, okay, Major, let's let Bloodgy go. Ask a question. He's been waiting.
Yeah, ਸੋ ਮੇਜਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿ ਰਹਾ ਕਿ ਥੋੜੇ ਜਿਹੇ ਨਾ ਫੈਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਕਰੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਾ ਤੇ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਆਪਣੇ first thing that I would like to add is DIG
Sorry,
Atwal,
sorry,
DIG Atwal.
Can you speak in English? I know
I'm
we've been
speaking,
jumping back. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm speaking English. So
Okay.
the DIG Atwal was actually killed in April of 1983, not in 84.
ओके.
So, okay, so there's a 1 year. And secondly, Lala Jagat Narayan wasn't speaking against Sikhs. He was speaking and printing against Khalistanis. As a matter of fact, Lala Jagat Narayan and his son and 52 other employees of Punjab Kesari were murdered by the Khalistanis because they would report their activities, right? As a matter of fact, no journal in no newspaper or no magazine in Punjab would ever report anything negative about the Khalistanis. Actually, the entire printing press was held hostage. It was only Tribune that used to print news because it was based in Chandigarh. The Tribune, that was the newspaper. All right, every single one of these so-called journalists, they used to take dictates
दिल्ली
uh,
कांग्रेस.
from the Khalistanis. No, 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 no. Every single newspaper in Punjab during Bhindranwala's time used to take dictation from Bhindranwala himself, right? जो खबरें छपाई जाती थी वो संत जी ही संत जी used to ensure that
अप्रूव
news.
इट. या.
Yes, ठीक है ना? So basically, no journalist had the cojones to actually go against the Khalistani. Another thing that I would like to add, this vilification of Punjab police has to stop. The fact of the matter is, nobody is speaking about the outright murder and massacre that was carried out by the Khalistanis. As a matter of fact, you mentioned about the number 36,000. And then you also said Hindu organizations never came forward, and no Hindu organization did come forward. And they did try to print the names. As a matter of fact, they were going to get a memorial done in Durgyana Mandir, and they were going to print the names of all the victims, including Sikhs, military personnel, police personnel, and Hindus. There was going to be a big memorial, and guess which was the government that actually stopped it? It was the Akali BJP government that stopped it from happening. Another thing
Akalis
that I
played
will,
both sides.
well, BJP is involved in it as well, Major Saab. Why did Bhindranwale's portrait come into the Golden Temple in 2007? Which government was in power? November of 2007. It was the Akali BJP government. All right. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
the 36,000 number that you mentioned, it was Captain Amarinder Singh who said this in the Punjab Vidhan Sabha. So if the chief minister of the state of Punjab is mentioning that 36,000 Hindus were killed by the Khalistanis, he possibly had information at his disposal, probably from the IB or from RAW even. The 36,000 Hindus were killed. He's the chief minister of the state. Right? Another thing,
नहीं
sir,
नहीं, खबर तो
खालरा.
मिलती सीगी.
तो फिर
They
वही तो
used
मैं
to
कह
get
रहा हूँ ना.
feedback every day. The sit rep used to be given situational report, but the corrupt cops, they never let things come up, especially
Okay,
the
hold
bad
on.
ones.
How are the corrupt cops responsible? Okay, let it be go. Okay, how is a corrupt cop stopping from the information? I mean, there were stringers everywhere. There was news upon news. There is a website punjabfiles.org, right?
Paji, grant
Uh,
me something that when you involve money for a militant killed,
Major sir,
it is incorrect. आर्मी में नहीं होता ये. If they
Major
do it,
Saab, एक मिनट.
जो
There is
because
money involved
notorious,
in killing.
Paji, मेरी गाल सुनो.
जी.
Even in forces, we have defaulters and notorious element.
Yes, there are.
उन्होंने ਇਹਦਾ पूरा फायदा ਚੱਕ के even see why it came to such an extreme end. Why did the figures jump?
Because
Because
that
they
Major Saab,
started picking these boys on suspicion that they are connected with
not
Khalistan.
on
मैं
suspicion.
version
They
बता
were.
रहा मैं
मेजर
Paji,
साहब
let
एक
me
मेरी
just
गल
give
सुन.
the
आई वाज
statement.
लिसनिंग फॉर 20 मिनट्स. मैं तो 2 मिनट भी नहीं बोलिया हले सर. मेरी गल
नहीं
तो
मैं
सुन
तो
लो.
एक स्टेटमेंट दे रहा ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੋਲਿਓ ਮੈਂ ਇਹ ਸਟੇਟਮੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਸ਼ੱਕ ਤੇ ਬੁਨਿਆਦ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਚੱਕਦੇ ਸੀ ਦੇ ਟੂ ਪਿਕ ਅਪ ਦ ਬॉयਜ਼ ਔਨ ਸਸਪੀਸ਼ਨ if they were not able to get anything out of them they used to pass them on to the next police thana of another area where they used to do the fake encounters and say भाई ਸਾਡੇ ਇਲਾਕੇ 'ਚ ਇੰਨੇ ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨੀ we have killed भाई medals ਲਿਆਓ promotion ਲਿਆਓ पैसे अवार्ड मनी अलग से आपस में बांटते थे और प्रमोशन के बाद तो तनख्वाहें वैसी बढ़ जाती थी सो दिस बिकेम अ बैड इनकरेजमेंट मॉडल फॉर द करप्ट
ओके,
कॉप्स
एक मिनट. ਹੁਣ मैं थोड़ी ਹੁਣ ਗੱਲ कर लवां. Do you know that these so-called Khadkus or the Khalistanis, they also carried ranks equal to lieutenant general and major generals? Gurbachan Singh Manno Chahal, what was he called? General of the Khalistan Commando Force.
हाँ
Lieutenant
सेल्फ
General.
रैंक जनरल ਸੀਗੇ
Self said, हाँ. ਉਹ ਰੈਂਕ ਪਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਸੀ? What did they have to do?
किल्स
How many?
ਉਹ ਅਡਲਟ ਹੋਣੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪੈਰਾਮੀਟਰਸ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ
A hun-
ਕੈਸ਼
yeah,
ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸ
yeah.
ਸੀਗਾ
Basically, the Khalistanis, if 100, if he has killed 100 Hindus, he would get the rank of a major general. If he has to go to the next rank, then he has to kill 500. That was what was done. One Punjab police personnel service was equal to the death of was killing one Punjab police person was equal to killing 5 Hindus. That was what the Khalistanis used to say. All right, the amount of depravity, the menacing devastation carried out by the Khalistanis, nobody speaks about it. How many abortion centers were there in Moga and all the pinds of basically in the big cities of Punjab? Jalandhar Chenna Bata abortion center. How is it still there existing? What was the business model? When the Hindus were flooded out, who were the next victim? Who were the next victims? It were basically the Sikhs, the Jat Sikhs, right? Zamindar
या
Parivar, right?
वी नो दैट
National level volleyball players were raped by the Khalistani. They were having a field day. Gurbachan Singh Manochal did not even spare his brother's family, right? And then we are getting you, sir. You would be the last person. I do not want to say anything, but there are many people over here who are basically making parity with what Punjab Police under KPSKL had to do to wipe out a bunch of monsters. And then you are verifying the very same police who were literally bearing the brunt of this monstrosity.
Paji, you not listen to me. I have said, had it not been for the police, it would have been a free run.
Yeah, Major साहब मैं
My
ना एक
family
गल
was
थोड़ी
already on the hit list.
yes एक statement ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਇੱਥੇ. You said that basically Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale was the judge, jury, and executioner. Basically, Punjab Police वाले तभी he was giving orders, he was passing judgment. ਤੁਸੀਂ किया जो कि गल सही है. But sir, Punjab में तो there were रंजिशें मतलब there were basically scraps going on between neighbors. And yes, they would go and tell tall tales to Mr. Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale or any other Khadku or Khalistani just to get even with his neighbor. कोई जमीन का हो सकता मसला, there could be a problem with the land, there could be a problem with financial transactions, n number of things. But you cannot just bring it. The rise of Bhindranwale was because he was some sort of savior or some sort of a saint. He was no saint. चौथी फेल सेगा,
I've
right?
never mentioned he was a savior.
You said he was a sant. I am saying basically that
I
is
am explaining. See, again you got it wrong. I have said, let me explain why is he being called a sant. I
well,
call him
yes,
Bhindranwala only. Ah, so please, mera na don't mince what I've said. I have
okay, but
categorically explained in this why the
okay, if he
people see him
was
like that.
But sir, देखो ऐसा है, everybody under the sun knows what he was doing. How Baljit Kaur was murdered within the premises of the Golden Temple. Why was she murdered?
There were
The
13 newly-wed ladies who were raped in that
exactly.
particular place, holy place.
And Operation Blue Star is one thing. Another came Operation Black Thunder. Then came Operation Black Thunder Part Two. And victims also came
Nahi,
out, but they were dead bodies over there.
before Black Thunder, there was Operation Wood Rose.
Yes. And
Tusi
many
padho, I've
times,
put it there. Just have a look at it.
yes, the point remains, Major Saab. Every single time when the forces used to come in, they used to kick the asses of the Khalistanis. They used to cleanse the entire area of operations. They would find dead bodies in the temple. Did they not find dead bodies?
Yes.
Yes. Did they not find victims of Khalistani abuse?
Yeah, they were there.
Yes. So what are we going? They were fighting monsters. I'm not saying excesses weren't done by the Punjab police. Yes, they were done. But to go basically to go all out and let this propaganda movie come out and say, okay, Mr. Khalada was some sort of a paragon of virtue. There is a video right now on the interwebs, and I will find that thing. When a question was raised by the journalist to the widow of Jaswant Singh Khalra as to why were the Hindus were not talked about by him, her statement in Punjabi was Major Toor, मरण होंगे मेनू नहीं पता. The exact statement in English translation, the Hindus might have died. I do not care. I do not know. That was what she said.
Dekho, Paji, see, I'll just reply to this from a forces perspective. Okay. Paji, dekho, the forces knew the resentment in Punjab because of 84. So, if the lady is saying that, I will definitely correlate that, yes, she's been disturbed because 84 had happened. Resentment सीगी ना. That is what I'm saying, sir, कि in Kashmir also, मेरे मुंह ते Kashmiri kids used to say, Indian dogs, go back. I can't cock my weapon and shoot the guy, na. I used to only keep quiet. I used to tell कि भाई इनका जवाब मत देना. Just maintain your calm. Just ensure that nothing, मतलब कोई physically कोई harm ना हो किसी को. चुप बैठो अभी शांति से. Stand your
अच्छा
ground.
मेजर साहब मैं आपको एक
One
बात
second,
बता दूं.
blood. One
अगर
second.
I'm
My only
finishing
thing.
it.
All
Yes,
right,
I'm
go ahead.
finishing it. I'm finishing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Major Toor, sir, with all due respect, if KPS Gill would have been let into JNK, he would have solved the situation within a period of 10 years. They did not want him there. That's the reason. That's the reason he never got command over there.
The Kashmiris never wanted him.
The
And he told
administration,
that it
the
was his
administ,
dream to be a DGP.
and
Kashmiri
he would
DGP.
have and he would have solved JNK within a period of 10
Ah,
years.
without a doubt. Without a doubt.
All right. So Major, I think so. I think let's get started. Like with the roundtable because there's like 8 people requesting for the mic right now. Is if that's okay, Major? Is that okay? Yeah.
Yeah. Please. I mean, it's the
Yeah.
floor should be open to everyone.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
have given my statement. Yes, there
Perfect.
can be
Perfect.
some inaccuracies,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, what I am trying to emphasize is why now Satluj came, why 1980, 81, 82, 83 were not shown, why the atrocities against the Khalistani hit list was not projected. That is my
Okay.
big question. What about my family that suffered here? Nobody
Yeah.
mentioned the trauma that my grandfather and the threat we got every day.
Yeah.
I
So I
mean,
mean, are you saying the movie did not mention it? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Yeah.
see, let me tell everybody one thing. 61.1% of the Sikh population was affected. 33% Hindus were affected. And others are accounted at 5.9%. I am telling you the government figures. The total killed, from 1981 to 93, 11,694 people. अब जिनकी
Oh,
काउंटेबिलिटी नहीं है उनके लिए they claim that Mr. Khalra was on the job. Up the issue is, why was he taken out? That too by the cops. The biggest blunder. And in that, A.S. Sandhu, the SI who was in charge of these extrajudicial killings, he told KPS Gill that if I go, everybody goes. भाई तुम्हें इतनी बड़ी बात बोल दोगे तो ऊपर वाला तो तुम्हें हटवाएगा ही ना. It's a threat.
So,
Yeah,
Major
one
He
sir,
second,
said,
short
one
I
second, one
don't
question.
second.
want to
Mango,
tell everybody
Mango,
मेरे को
one
एक
second.
one thing.
question. I just need to ask
मैं
one
एक ही
question.
चीज बताना
No,
चाहता
hold
हूं
on, Mango.
before I
There's
close.
like two
Yeah, yeah.
hands.
There's a lot of
It
people.
is a
Let's go to
very
Peter first. Yeah, then we'll
it's
go
a
to
very
Mango.
good, bad, and a ugly mix of everyone. So you can't expect every force to be picture perfect. No. जब स्पेशल फोर्सेस भी उस पार जाती है ऑपरेशन करने के लिए, they take specially 2-3 guys who are only skilled at cookery and separating the neck from the body. सारे थोड़ा ना बैठ के चाकू लेके शुरू हो जाएंगे. So please, I don't want to go into depth. I don't want to go into details. I have also done operations. I know what cutting of the body is like. We've done it against the terrorists on the other end. I mean, it's not, it haunts you later, yeah, it sticks to you. Whether you've done something morally correct also, those scenes come as a flashback. It's not good. तो मैं इतना ही बोल रहा हूं. Please try and understand from a forces perspective. लोहे को लोहा ही काटता है. If the forces went soft, it would have been a lost battle. Thank you. Jai Hind.
All right. Yeah. So, guys, this is what I'm going to do. I think we have, a lot of people who want to speak, of course. But I saw Peter's hand first, so I'll go to Peter first, and then I saw Mango's hand, so I'll go to Mango after that, and then we'll also get inputs from Abhijit Dada, Navroop ji, in Kabul, and everybody. Ravi is here as well. Welcome, everybody. So, yeah, go ahead, Peter. Continue.
Great. Thank you, Major Saab. I think one of the things, if you can help us elaborate more, in the backdrop of this ridiculous movie, we also had FBI indictments basically showing again Canada. So if you can help provide some context in regards to Canadians' involvement, and this is not just something in the last 2-3 years, this has been going on for years. And just as a kind of laying the foundation, if anyone wants to learn more, read or you can listen to Shekhar Gupta. He's on Cut the Clutter, I think, on the print. He does a very good, elaborate job on Khalistanis. And then also, the roots of Khalistani even goes back to the Gutherite revolutionary in Canada. Actually, that was pretty interesting in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And that's also very well illustrated by Sanjeev Santyal. So if you can provide a little bit of context, because I think a lot of people, especially on X, I'm not saying the folks here, a lot of you all here are very well learned, but just to give a context that this is not just something that just came out of last couple of years. This has been going on for decades. So from your knowledge of covering all these Khalistani rejects, can you elaborate or give us a little bit more information, what you know, as to the extensive nature of Canadian involvement with the Khalistani, um, propaganda? Thank you.
Yeah. So you see,
Hey,
now
can I
when I
just
was,
add one more thing, Major, if you don't mind?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
okay. I
please.
mean, Peter, this was a direct question to Major. That's fine. But, it doesn't have to be just questions at Major. We can have a discussion. Like that. Like I said, it's a roundtable. You can make your points about the topic and we can all just opine, right? We don't have to just make this a Q&A with Major. Okay, let's do that. All right, continue, Major. Yeah.
Yeah. So you see, over the years, now we have, very prominent Sikh leaders also in Canada. I mean, you had the defense minister who was a Sikh. Okay. Then, so you see the amount. Now, the problem with Canada was The irony, SGPC was writing letters of asylum. Okay, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੈ? Okay, ਆਪਾਂ ਚਿੱਠੀ ਦੇ ਦਿੰਨੇ ਆ. Simranjit Singh Mann was giving letters there for asylum. Then basically all the affected families who were like Khalistan, that is what we see, that the Khalistanis who went away from Punjab because they were for a separate state. See, there will be people who wanted that, okay, Punjab should be a separate state from India. They are the ones who then immediately started leaving Punjab. They started going through Pakistan through illegal routes. And where did they go? Europe. Some settled in Mexico. Many settled, 90% settled in Canada. In fact, Jaswant Singh Khalra went to Canada to give a speech for the human rights. And they said that we are granting you asylum because if you go back, we doubt if you're going to come back. That is my problem. Today in Punjab, there are so many immigration centers. जवान बच्चे बचे ही नहीं है यहाँ पे अपनी जमीनों पे वाही करने के लिए. All the kids have moved out. In 2010, 35,600, including me, were the ones in the whole of India to have been commissioned in the Indian Army, which was NDA, IMA and OTA combined. 35 Khalsas in whole of India. I was zapped. I lost out on friends. The moment they realized मेरा SSB clear हो गया, I'm joining the army, they blocked my, मेरे phone number block कर दिए इन्होंने. They stopped talking to me. They stopped entertaining me. Some tried to persuade me, यार क्या तू फौज में जा रहा है? You have land. आपदा ਇੱਥੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਜੀ ਜਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਵਾਈ ਕਰ ਲੈ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਫੌਰਨ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਆਪਦਾ ਟਰੱਕ ਪਾ ਲਈ ਯਾਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਾਹਨੂੰ ਕਸ਼ਟ ਲੈ ਰਹੇ? They directly never tried to tell me ki, that they are pro Khalistanis. But on their vehicles, I started noticing stickers of Bhindranwala. 2011, 2012, every gym in Punjab में spread हो गया था stickers of Bhindranwala. Every car you saw in Punjab, I told my mom, I said, "Dear mom, when I go to Moga, I've started seeing every vehicle has AK-47 ka photo, sticker. Every vehicle is bearing the photo of Bhindranwala." So my mom is helpless. She said, "Yeah, leave it." That is why we moved away from there. So ISI has been pumping this narrative. Now, had these immigration centers been kept under check, Canada would not have taken extreme influx of people from Punjab. Today, 70% of the youth from Punjab is sitting in Canada now. I should not be telling this, but let me tell you all, my brother-in-law was attacked day before yesterday in Canada. He was out for a walk in the evening. There were 3 boys wearing caps, hoodies. They walked up to him. One asked him, "Bhai, please tell me the route to a certain place." The moment he took out his phone, the other 2 guys grabbed him from behind and they beat him up. They put a cut over his left eye on his forehead, which left him with 8 stitches. And the irony in Canada is, agar kuch ho jaye immediately, तुम्हें फिर भी, अगर it is not a major issue, you have to take appointment. Now this was emergency. Whole night my brother-in-law was in the house. His mobile was taken. His wallet was taken. Because he came back from work, he had his dinner. He moved out to park his vehicle in the house. That is where they caught him. And the irony, all 3 guys who did this were Indians. हिंदी में गालियां दे रहे थे. अब पता नहीं पाकिस्तानी भी हो सकता है, I don't know. But this is the current situation in Canada. That due to joblessness and due to the political whatever is happening in Canada, people are deliberately taking away jobs from Indians now. And not a single, whoever you claim ना वहां पे जो सिख लीडर है, कोई भी मुंह नहीं खोल रहा है, सबको अपनी घर की रोटियां चलानी है. Now nobody is holding hand of those Indians
पर
जिन्होंने अपने घर
मेजर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि अभी थोड़ा वो खालिस्तान का वो इशू थोड़ा सा वहां पे मेलो डाउन हो गया है ना? डोंट यू थिंक दैट्स द केस
नहीं,
नाउ और इट
it is
डजंट?
not Siddharth. You are still carrying out rallies with depicting Indira Gandhi being shot and everything. I mean, see, let me tell you one thing very clearly, that today in Canada is now the third or the fourth generation which is grown up. They speak Punjabi, but they are not connected with the roots of Punjab in India. You ask them na ਵਿਆਹ ਕਰਾਣਾ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਚ ਕਿਸੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਨਾਲ, outrightly on the face they will deny that no, we don't want to marry the desis in India, we'll marry a Sikh from Canada itself. So this is the mindset that is
इससे
totally
मूवी का
changed.
क्या लेना दे? मतलब यू थिंक कि ये सब कुछ तो आप कह रहे हो ना कि पिछले 10-15 साल से कनाडा में चल रहा है, मूवी तो अभी आई है,
ये
सो जो टू पुट इट ऑल ऑन द
90%
मूवी, कैन आई जस्ट
ये
मैं एक बार अपने सारे
90% भागे हुए खालिस्तानी है.
बट इसका मूवी
These
से क्या
people,
लेना देना है मेजर साहब? मतलब मूवी ने ये सब किया, ये तो नहीं हो सकता ना कि हम एक मूवी के
yes, the
ऊपर इसको डाल.
gentleman has asked me a question regarding
नो नो,
Canada. Now
आई गेट यू, बट मैं सिर्फ इसको रिलेट करने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ कि अ मूवी कैन
it
नॉट
is not
राइल अप द
related to the
इमोशंस टू.
movie.
या
This
ओके.
question is not related to the movie. This question the gentleman is asking me is, what is your perception regarding the Khalistanis in Canada? Now Nijjar was killed. It was only because of money. Because he was the head of the treasury. They wanted money. And yeah, you type regarding gang war. You type regarding narcotics gang, narco trafficking networks. There will be prominent 4 to 5 Punjabi families with Punjabi surnames. Tell me if I'm wrong. They have established a pure ecosystem, network, and I am telling you, they are not even bothered about the Khalistan movement anymore. They are running their houses on this as a political tool.
That's fair. No,
And
I completely get it. Yeah.
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 And then wait, this gentleman even asked me regarding the CIA part. Okay. Now let me tell you one thing. There are some weak points that every country holds. Okay. They have Nikhil Gupta. Okay. They have David Hetley. They have Tavavur Rana. Tavavur Rana, they deported to us. Now Tavavur Rana being with us becomes a prisoner exchange program for Kulbhushan Yadav. We have Matthew Van Dyke. We can exchange him for Nikhil Gupta held in New York. So when anyone, like, I don't want to get into depth because these are Sarkari matters. They are still very much, I think I shouldn't go further because there are a lot of
Yeah.
implications. I
No, that's
know
what I
how
was
these
saying. Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
I don't want to go ahead with it
Yeah.
regarding this aspect, but
But you made a really good
try to
point there.
read
I'll
between
tell
the
you that.
lines what I'm
Yeah.
trying to get at. That's all.
But I have one question. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. But if you always constantly deny anybody's involvement, how are you gonna do a prison exchange with that criminal? I don't get it. But anyway, you don't have to answer that question.
Sid,
They'll do.
Can I
It's
ask a
bureaucratic. Anyway, yeah. Go ahead, Mango.
Sid,
Mango,
there
ask
are
your question. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, let's
I
not talk
I don't
about it.
really I don't really have a question for Major sir, but I just want to make a general comment that everybody यहाँ पर I've had this discussion with Blood and Iron also, and I would still like to stand by my statement, and I will keep it very short because I want to hear from Kabul Bhaiya and Navroop ji also. It's like one movie has come out and everybody says that it's riled up, it's a propaganda movie, and you see. If we are still living in a democracy and a democratic country, we have to allow the artist at least this much freedom that they are going to pick up on angles that they feel very close to their heart. Just like when Kashmir files came out, so there was an angle, there was a Kashmiri Hindus the Pandits, whatever happened with them, there was an angle which was which the author, the narrator, the writer, the director, that was trying to tell you. Now, अगर आपको ऐसा लग रहा है कि एक एक मूवी आपका पूरा प्रोपोगेंडा सरफेस पे ले आएगी, देन सॉरी, आपके इथोस बहुत, आपकी कंट्री के फैब्रिक्स एंड इथोस बहुत हिले हुए हैं क्या कि एक मूवी आने से कुछ हो जाए? एंड ऑल दीज इयर्स नाउ टुडे वी आर सिटिंग एंड डिस्कसिंग कि हिंदूज के साथ ये हुआ, उस वाली वॉइस के बारे में कोई बात नहीं कर रहा, दैट साइड ऑफ द स्टोरी नोबडी इज डिस्कसिंग. व्हाट for all these years have stopped a Hindu community to, for that matter, or a Hindu director from that matter, for that matter, to make a movie about it? I mean, nobody has stopped you from making. Diljit or the whole team behind this movie has
No,
not
no,
stopped
Mango. If
Hindus from
No,
can I
making.
Mango,
respond to
No,
that?
no,
Mango,
Can
Siddharth,
I
let me.
respond?
No,
Mango,
you
I
don't
just
have to
want to
Did the
give
respond
you
to
government ban
that.
this
clarity,
movie?
Mango.
Did the government ban this
Listen,
Mango,
movie?
Satluj,
can we talk? Can I
Mango,
talk or not?
Satluj
Why is
के
everybody
अंदर
talking over me?
Hold on. Let Mango finish her point, and then I'm gonna let Blood respond. Okay. Please let her finish, and then we'll go to the next person. Let's not create. Let's not get into chaos, guys. All right. Go ahead,
No
Mango.
blood.
Finish. Yeah, finish your point. Yeah. Sorry, double mute. Go ahead.
Yeah, who is this Raviji? Raviji also always has to speak out of turn. I don't
Wait.
understand
Okay.
why. But
Continue.
I am just making, okay, fine. I am just giving my perspective that a movie cannot rile up the emotions to that level. And it is always up to the artist that what side of the story they want to pick and show. अगर आपको ये लग रहा है कि ये प्रोपोगेंडा मूवी है, तो आप प्रोपोगेंडा को कट करके अपनी मूवी बना दीजिए ना. आप अपनी साइड ऑफ द स्टोरी बना दीजिए. You know, when Dhruv Rathi used to say this, तो उसको लोगों, I am not a supporter of Dhruv Rathi. I have bashed him a lot of times, but यहाँ पे लोग, they are very quick to judge you and then they want to label you. I don't give two fucks about it. But I am just saying that when Dhruv Rathi made the same statement, then there were things coming out. ले लो, हमने बना दी अपनी movie. Kashmiri Hindu बनी. Kerala story came out. Kashmir Files came out. So nobody stopped you from making those movies and bringing out your side of the story. So what is stopping them now and calling this movie propaganda? An artist is just doing his job. Are we not going to allow artists those kind of freedoms also now? Are we going to curb that also? Are we going to monitor everything, scrutinize everything, ban on Telegram? आप एग्जाम्स कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाते, बैन ऑन टेलीग्राम. प्रोपेगेंडा बाहर आ रहा है, मूवी बैन कर दो. अरे यार, आप अपने इथोस और फैब्रिक्स ठीक करो ना, अपना लॉ एंड ऑर्डर मशीनरी ठीक करो, लोगों को समझाओ कि क्या हुआ है क्या नहीं हुआ है. आप अपनी मूवी बना दो, आप अपनी स्टोरी बता दो. आई एम डन स्पीकिंग. इट्स नॉट डायरेक्टेड एट मेजर साहब बिकॉज आई डोंट वांट टू लाइक पिन पॉइंट समबडी. एंड ब्लड ने मुझे ऑलरेडी इस टॉपिक पे बहुत डांट लगाई है. सो नाउ
No,
ब्लड मस्ट
Mango,
गो
but
हैव
I
योर
have a
टर्न.
question for you. You're saying this
या
side of a story, that side of a story, but doesn't it have to be factual though? If somebody is willingly and purposefully hiding one side of the
अरे
story,
फैक्चुअल,
isn't that malicious?
मेजर साहब has been
No, no, let
एक
me
सेकंड
explain.
सिद्धार्थ.
Let me explain my point.
No,
I am
I am
saying,
telling you that it's factual because Major Saab himself just sat here and
okay,
accepted
that's
that maybe
fine.
it has happened.
I am just saying, I'm
ऐसा नहीं
giving
है
you
कि
a
innocents were
hypothetical.
not picked up.
That's fine. I understand your point and I agree with you. First of all, let me make this very clear. I think the movie should run. Okay. The movie should run irrespective of whether it's propaganda or not. Everybody should be allowed to make their views heard. And the moment you start suppressing that, you make that into a sensation and you're only sort of shooting yourself in the bullet with the bullet. So I do think
Nick,
the movie should have run.
I just
One
want to
second.
put in
मेजर
one
1 सेकेंड
sentence, Nick.
में बस ये बोल देता हूँ, मैं उसके बाद आपके पास जा रहा हूँ. मैं बस ये बोल रहा हूँ बिकॉज द कमेंट्स and the sort of the comments that I get from others is that I'll give you an example for this. The movie Gandhi that they made. I watched it. I used to like it. I was an innocent guy. I was a young guy. I didn't know that this movie was so politically charged. But the movie Gandhi was made by a British, movie industry, and they obviously portrayed Gandhi as some sort of a reformer, and he as if someone he worked constantly with the British officials, and eventually he got them freedom, right? But that narrative may not sell. I mean, it did sell. It actually became one of the biggest movies in the world, but it may not actually sit with a lot of Indians because they did suppress like Bengal famine issue and many other issues. So my question is, yes, people are allowed to put out their different sides of the story, and I completely agree with Mango there. But it is also important that we acknowledge that sometimes when you put out other sides of the story, you do suppress the other
But
side
the
as well.
left lobby, will say that Kerala story is a propaganda movie. Left lobby will
I
say
mean, they already
Kashmir Files
are,
is a
na?
propaganda.
They are
Yeah,
saying
so
it.
so then why do we counter them? Then they are also right, no? Because हम इस मूवी को propaganda बोल रहे हैं, तो फिर वो लोग भी ठीक हैं,
अरे वो तो
फिर
बोल ही
सब
रहे
लोग
हैं
ठीक
ना.
हैं.
They are saying it.
तो मैं तो
सुनो,
सिर्फ फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच की बात कर रही हूँ. मुझे नहीं लगता कि मूवी के ऊपर कोई सेंसरशिप
Okay,
होना
okay,
चाहिए.
got it, got it. I agree with you.
Mango,
I agree with you. Well
Mango,
said.
you
Yeah.
you are absolutely right. Nobody's saying that you're wrong. Okay, but मेरा see what all we've been through, what I am only saying is, देखो ये सतलुज मूवी अभी they are screening it in the गुरुद्वारा, okay? बहुत संगत आती है, kids are coming, kids are not seeing the 84 part यार, कि मतलब आप 81, 82, 83, 84 की मार्केट दिखाओ ना, कि why it happened, उसके बाद आप दिखाओ, हाँ 84,
पर ये
84
उनकी
के बाद
रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी
देखो।
नहीं है, उनको जो दिखाना है वो दिखा रहे हैं। आप एक हिंदू हो,
मैंगो
मैं
ऐसे,
एक हिंदू हो, तो
मैंगो इट
हमारी
डजंट हैपन लाइक
रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी
दैट।
है कि हम अपनी स्टोरी सुनाए ना मेजर साहब। नहीं नहीं, एक सेकंड, अगर आपको लग रहा है कि गुरुद्वारे में मूवी प्ले करने से दैट थिंग इज दैट दीज
यार
इमोशंस आर
मैंगो
राइल्ड अप,
प्लीज रीड
देन आई थिंक
बिटवीन
वी
द
हैव
लाइंस।
फेल्ड, देन वी एज अ कंट्री हैव फेल्ड पंजाब। आई एम
Yeah,
सॉरी
yeah.
टू से, वी
Hold
हैव
on,
मैंगो
hold
लॉस्ट
on.
पंजाब।
कश्मीर
So
फाइल्स
here's
में
what I
दे
think.
शोड द
Hold on, hold on.
असैसिनेशन ऑफ द एयरफोर्स
अरे
ऑफिसर्स,
मेजर मेजर मैं बोल
दे
रहा हूँ ना
शोड
आपका।
यासिन मलिक।
मेजर भाई मैं एक बात बोलता हूँ, मेजर सर सॉरी। आपका पॉइंट ठीक है। मैंगो इज ऑल्सो एक्सेप्टिंग व्हाट यूर सेइंग। शी इज जस्ट सेइंग दैट ओनस शुड नॉट बी ऑन द आर्टिस्ट। आप समझ रहे हो क्या मैं बोल रहा हूँ? ये दिलजीत का काम नहीं है ना, हमें करना चाहिए। अगर हम हिंदू हैं या हम ये आपका हमारा कोई नैरेटिव है जो हम पेश करना चाहते हैं, तो हमें करना चाहिए। हमें लाइक यू सेड दे शुड हैव शोन 1984 1981, वो सब हम वी कैन स्पीक अबाउट इट, बट यस दे डिडंट। नाउ व्हाट डू वी डू? कैन वी
सिद्धार्थ,
काउंटर दैट?
इफ
या
आई इफ
गो
आई
अहेड।
शो माय सन सतलुज टुडे ना, उसके मन में एक ही चीज आएगी कि पुलिस खराब है, उससे पब्लिक को मारा, एंड खालरा जी हु वाज, मतलब खालरा साहब हु वाज आउट फाइंडिंग आउट फॉर वेरिफिकेशंस की कौन कौन मरे हैं, मतलब ही वाज द हीरो। एंड अच्छा, खालरा खालरा साहब इज कॉलिंग भिंडरवाला संत। भाई माय सन्स माइंडसेट विल चेंज यार, ही विल
तो ये
स्टार्ट
आपकी
सेइंग,
रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है ना उसको बताने की
यार
कि ये
ऐसे नहीं
मूवी
होता
है।
ना मैंगो, इट
ये
इज अ
ऐसे, ये क्या
मैनिपुलेटिव
बात हुई?
वर्जन,
तो फिर ये
इट्स अ
क्या बात
या
हुई?
या
मैनिपुलेटिव वर्जन।
ओके, होल्ड ऑन। या आई मीन दिस, सी
नहीं तो
कैन
फिर
आई?
तुम हमारी फैमिलीज के जो थ्रेट हुए थे, है ना, इवन यार इनोसेंट पीपल डाइड, उनका क्या, और टाइम पास थे।
नहीं नहीं,
ये तो
मैं
किसी ने नहीं बोला, लेकिन उनकी
मेजर
हाँ तो फिर शो
रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी
इट
नहीं
ना,
है ये दिखाने की।
तो व्हाई आर यू टेलिंग?
One second. I really have to mute because this is a back and forth argument where there is no solution to it. Of course, it is a fact that there are certain things that should have been shown that they didn't, and it's also right on Major's point that this is unfair and it's biased. I get that, but now we can just go back and forth about it because we don't have a solution for it. So I don't think we should drag that, because Major, both your point is also right, her point is also right, and I understand why you think the movie should not have been played, and I respect your opinion on that. But yeah, I don't think going back and forth on this really is going to give us a solution. It's just derailing the conversation. But
So
anyway,
I have something to add also, is that we're noticing a problem in today's society over the last 10 years, that being pro Hindu is a problem for these other separatist groups. Even the majorities of these minority groups have a problem with pro Hindu narratives. They call
Because
everything
pro
propaganda.
Hindu,
Just
because
a
pro
second,
Hindu
Mango.
people are not doing their bit.
No, they
Because pro
are.
Hindu people are not doing their
They're
bit.
doing their bit.
Did anyone stop the pro Hindu community to make a?
Okay, sorry, but you can't just talk over everybody. Okay, so you got muted 3 times. I'm the third time, right? So I'm just trying to be fair. I just want to. I haven't said anything in like 20 minutes. So my point is that being pro-Hindu has become a problem for Christians, Muslims, uh, Khalistanis. Uh, many various groups are like trying to prevent this pro-Hindu narrative. Uh, I'm sorry, Durandar is a pro-Hindu movie. It's very, very pro-Hindu, and so that's why there was this uproar. But if you look at the Twitter storm that was occurring after Durandar won, it showed that most of the narratives in that movie were true. They were just glamorized, hyped up. There was sensationalized violence because that's what audiences want these days. That's how you sell movies, right? So you have to also lean into that, but it hugged the truth. The movie hugged the truth. So
Rajiv, can I say something?
yeah,
You're
I'm
right.
almost done. I'm almost
Yeah,
done. But
okay.
so, and that was a Kashmiri Hindu who put out those two movies, Durandar and Durandar 2. So he did his part, and he smashed legacy Bollywood. I'm We'll see how well Shah Rukh Khan does.
I'm not sure he's going to do very well. We'll see, because he tends to always be anti-Hindu. Uh, the cons have to get their act right. They cannot operate in the same ecosystem that they were doing before. That's not going to work. So the
Yeah, hold on.
Satluj,
No,
I
no,
have
no.
to I
Peter,
have to
wait.
see
Peter,
the
wait.
movie. I have to see
Yeah.
the movie. I haven't seen the movie specifically, so I heard that there's this bias. Yeah. So this is the director and the
Yeah.
screenwriter's bias in there. So we have to accept that. Do we agree
Correct.
with guys? And remember, you're not going to agree with 100% of what another person says, no matter how good friends you are, no matter how close you are. So this is the same argument.
I think, yeah, I mean, I think, Rajiv, that's a good point. I'm just saying, you made a point about Durandar, right? Durandar was such a earth-shattering movie that it sort of, burst a lot of propaganda against Hindus, right? So
But
my
so many
point,
people were
yeah,
calling that also propaganda,
I
Siddharth.
know,
That
I
we
know,
should
I
Yeah,
not
know.
forget
because
that.
they're
It's
against
always
pro-Hindu
people.
movies.
One
They're
second.
against
Rajiv, I'm not
pro-Hindu.
talking to you. I'm talking to
Wait,
Siddharth.
Okay,
wait
then
Please
get
let him
now.
out.
respond.
Then get
Wait,
out.
wait,
Please let him respond.
wait.
No. Sid, no disrespect of the hosts, okay? If this is gonna happen, they get kicked out.
No.
No, this whole, oh, I'm
Wait,
not
wait, but
talking to you and stuff.
Rajiv, hold on, man. She was speaking to me, right? Just
No,
why are
but
we fighting?
but I was saying something. It's like, oh, I'm not talking to you. I
No,
don't
no.
I don't care for
Listen.
this
Hold on,
bias
hold
and
on.
bad
Yeah.
behavior. We're trying to have a space.
Okay,
I haven't
that's
talked for
fine.
20 minutes
Okay.
and she's just interrupting everybody. So that's
No, no.
unacceptable
Hold
behavior.
on. Let me finish. Okay. I'm gonna. What I'm saying is that what Mango is saying is that when there is a movie made like Durandar, which is countering narratives, if Satluj is made, I think we should be able to counter a movie like that with like Durandar, right? We should make a movie to counter it rather than sort of like censor it. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what Mango is trying to say. Yeah. So all right. Yeah, Mango, you can come back. Please, let's not get into this arguments and stuff, man. Let's not do that.
And she's
I
cutting
really
off
don't.
everybody, so she also has to abide by some rules. She runs very clean spaces on her end, and she moderates very well. But when she gets moderated, she has a problem with it. So that's not going to work here.
Okay, fine.
And just a
Okay,
quick.
wait, Peter. Before you go, I think Abhijit has been waiting.
I just want to
Uh,
just give a quick comment. Rajiv, you made a great point about Dhurandhar. This is again about hypocrisy. So, in that scene, Revenge, when Ajay was citing something from Guru Granth Sahib to give him spirits, to say, you don't abandon the field. Did you see the outrage for him to use that line? But then in this movie, this pathetic movie, they're using a line from the Radbani to give credence for those people to kill on screen be in sync. So this is again another example of hypocrisy that the Khalistani groups are, is that when they're trying to show in a nice light, in a positive light of Sanatana Dharma, they hate it because that means we're all as one. But then they're allowed to have free reign to use their scripture in a usurped way to galvanize or give credence to do things that are anti-Sikhi. That's all I just want to point out. Thanks.
all right. Let's go to Abhijit. He's been waiting for a very long time. Yeah, Abhijit, and then
I've been
yeah.
I've been listening to you guys. What surprises me even every time there's an election out there, these things crop up. Okay, it started with the Nyan Sikhs out there in Himachal, then this Satluj movie, correct? So I don't know who are the people behind it or whatever it is. Okay, I'll not go into this because we need to move forward because Punjab cannot go in past. Okay, there is a lot of other issues in terms of development and things which needs to be seen. I often what surprises me is why there has not been any truth and reconciliation committee or things like formed by any of these political parties, any of them. Okay, they should have done it. Okay, and today there are people who are talking about Hindu Sikh animosity under the pretext of this, that, and blah blah. Okay, I have lot many Sikh friends, and I have worked in Punjab for 5 years. I mean to say, we why can't we go beyond this? There should have been a truth and reconciliation thing, which should have come out and presented the facts. That is how it is. And one more thing, like everybody agrees to that, the Reverend Santji is a was a terrorist. Okay, so matlab, why can he not be? I mean to say the larger Sikh community. Why they don't? I mean to say uh, tell that fact, accept it, and move on. It's as simple as that. What happened in '84 was equally wrong. Equally wrong. I don't deny that there weren't police atrocities. Maybe I don't know. Major ji ने बोला तो मतलब I can understand कि there must be some aberrations in terms of numbers because there are lot many people like they are taking, but this political color giving it this Hindu Sikh thing and all these things should be sorted out. Okay, the government of the day, whoever it is, they should sort it out. Okay, that is my larger point, and that is what I wanted to say. Thank you, Siddharth.
Okay, well said. Yeah, I think we have a few hands up as well. Okay, Kabul, go ahead, Kabulji. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Sid. Sid, I just have three simple points. Point number one is Hindus have suffered a lot. All right, we all agree on that. So we have to move on from this. Every time we can't come back to 80s, ask the Hindus how they wish to move forward. Ask the Sikhs how they wish to move forward, and close this chapter. Okay, now it comes to
The
there's a
chapter can't just close. So,
no,
Kabul, I'm
Rajiv bhai,
sorry. I have to
could I
jump
finish
in.
myself? Then you can jump in. Let me
I
finish
will let you
myself.
finish, but Sikhs also have to allow Hindus to tell their stories. And you
I
guys have
did I
not
ever
allowed
stop
that.
any Hindu to tell his story? No, right? So would you let me
No, no.
finish?
So
Give me that
that needs to
courtesy,
happen.
please.
We're not closing the
Would you let
chapter.
me
I'm simply
finish
saying.
and give me that courtesy? Yeah, all right. I'm asking my Hindu brothers and sisters. Tell me what's the way forward. As simple as that. Identify people who have suffered, compensate. That those are my points, all right. And the third thing, whatever the Hindus feel like, we are ready to go ahead with that. Is in this whole discussion, every time elections come up, we lose what is happening on the ground. Drugs, water. These are two big problems which no one wishes to talk about. I mean, I'm saying that only sick kids are drugs or Hindu kids are no dying of drugs. And the drug man is so bad, it has spilled over to Himachal as well, Jammu as well, Haryana as well, and Rajasthan as well. Water issue. Now there's another I don't know how should I express it, but people think that only Sikhs own land in Punjab. No, our Hindu Punjabi brothers also own. So even they will lose a source of income, right? So okay, whatever Hindus want, we are ready to accept it. I am a nationalist Sikh. I have a family history where I can provide you people who fought in Punjab police. But you have, and I don't blame anyone, but because of not understanding how Punjab works, you have made me come to a scenario where I am using or I am walking like baby steps. Do you know why? I have been called a Khalistani here. I every day I tweet about something. Today I tweeted about Shekhar Gupta. We all know Shekhar Gupta. Where did he start from? He's a Congress stooge. And his argument about banning the movie was, oh, there would be problems in Punjab. I have a problem there because what you are trying to say is the Sikhs are not progressive. They haven't evolved. There have been worse movies than this Satluj. I've seen Satluj, I've distributed Satluj. Anyone who asks me, I said, all right, take away. Watch the bloody movie. There have been worse movies than Satluj in Punjab. Blood is sitting here, blood can name the shit they have shown in the movies. And did anything happen? See, I have a problem whenever elections come, you want to take us back again there. All right, I have no issues. But how will this resolve? Truth and Reconciliation Commission. Blood, yesterday you were sitting with Amnik sir. You know, I have always been a fan of that guy. हमारे spaces में आते थे वो. What Ramnik sir said, when Truth and Reconciliation Committee was set up, Punjab police didn't let Truth and Reconciliation happen. As a society, we have to move on. I would like to give you an example of a society called Haryana. I lived in Haryana. I was born in Haryana. I lived in Mumbai. But my natives is there. My land is there. Now I have bought land out here in Punjab as well. And now I feel like I have done the biggest mistake of my life. Because people are here are over obsessed, irrespective of the caste and the religion they belong to, dharam they belong to. Everyone's over obsessed. I mean, apart from drinking, going out, they don't talk any intellectual sense. I mean, even the Chandigarh crowd, I'm saying. हमारे यहाँ पे intellectual की value खत्म हो चुकी है. I mean, Haryanvis are in that bad. I grew up in Haryana. 24 lakh in Haryana, 24 lakh 6. They are doing businesses with Hindus. You go ask today any Haryanvi that do you see the kind of obsession you see in Punjab with any Jat 6 or 6 in Haryana? They would say, no, we don't see that. Now the problem is the Khalistanis. They're laughing on us. Do you know? Why is Satluj is a movie which was is purposely being shown in the Gurdwaras? Do you know why? See, I would like to predict something. I think so. Sidhartha Bhai is in USA. Rajiv Bhai, I'm not sure about you. They will
I'm in
award
the
this
US.
movie. All right, bless you, brother. They will award this movie. Some of the film festival is going to award it. And okay, I as a Sikh, I as a Jat Sikh, accept that Hindus were targeted. But then there's another side of the story. When these Hindus were getting targeted, when this madness was happening, these elite Sikhs, you could say, or nationalist Sikhs, what did they get out of it? They went with the government. They were abused by our own society till the time our own Sikh society realized that this we have created a Frankenstein monster. The same is happening today. Same is happening today. Today I moved here in Punjab. I cannot say. I mean, people who know me from Kisan Andolan, they know how I used to use Bindawala's name and abuse. I have abused in front of the biggest Khalistanis from USA, UK, and they told me, oh, we're gonna get you killed, this shit. I said, come on, this is my address, get me killed. But in what has happened in last 5 years is very frightening. These Nihangs used to just have old Boleros. They have Halifaxes, they have Fortuners. I am seeing that this government came and they have suddenly got enriched, they have got power. I mean, we don't even accept them in our society. We don't want to interact with that community. Who has given them
Who are you talking about? It's
the
not clear
Nihangs?
actually.
The Nihangs.
The Nihals, okay.
I was the first one who on this platform said when these Nihangs came to farmer protest कि डंडा उठाओ बजाओ because I knew कि अगर इनको सॉफ्ट हैंड से डील किया हमारे लिए स्यापा हो जाएगा हमारी सोसाइटी के लिए. Nihangs were apart from 1-2 factions they were never pro Khalistanis. But today Nihangs are getting shit lot of money of drugs. They are carriers as well. अब देखो एक चीज मैं पिछले 5 साल से बोल रहा हूं. Control the drug madness because you will just pay some guy some money, he will go through any grenade. And we saw that happening. We will see that happening. And the police, okay, Punjab police did a great work. I know since childhood. I have been to the deepest hardcore areas, the Majha area of Punjab, which had terrorism to the peak. You know what old people used to say? बच्चा के सामने नहीं गाल करनी ना दूर रखो मतलब don't talk in front of the kids. This madness. And I only heard one thing. The साडे वाले पागल हो गए सी कंट्रोल करना पिया तो थोड़ा वो गेहूं में घुन भी पिसता है घुन नहीं कुछ ज्यादा ही पिस गया कुछ, ये समझ लो. We accepted this as a society. I mean, I will be very honest. I have gone to the deepest villages as a judge Sikh. We used to not even talk about it. We used to like, fuck it, यार ठीक है, हो गया. उन्होंने अच्छी सी, इन्होंने भी अच्छी सी. अच्छी means they were also doing, went to the extreme levels, and these guys came to control extra. But do you know what is happening today in Punjab? How do you expect me to praise the Punjab police, where I have relatives in Punjab police? One of my brother-in-law has been awarded twice by President of India for fighting against drugs. One of the biggest drug case on which the movie was made, that case was busted by my brother-in-law. But my own brother-in-law says, काबुल drug तब तक नहीं खत्म होएगा जब तक पंजाब पुलिस नहीं सुधरेगी. आप today's reality is Punjab police is out of hands of anyone. No DIG can control his own police, and that is the reality on the ground. We have gangsters operating on the ground. A person who's just buying what 700,000 or 800,000 house in Mohali, he's getting threatening calls. Imagine people are not doing havans and part. You know, whenever someone Hindu buys a house, he does a havan, right? And whenever a Sikh buys a house, he does a anand part. What is happening? People are not doing it. Do you know why? Because the shopkeeper in Amritsar, a Hindu shopkeeper in Amritsar, he sold his ancestral land. He got a call for 50 lakh rupees. Imagine. He's a shopkeeper. Things are very bad. Things are so bad, I can't even tell you. For me, I have realized people don't want issues to be resolved, irrespective of the party. ਚਲੋ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੌਕਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ, ਬੀਜੇਪੀ ਨੂੰ, ਅਕਾਲੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ, ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਨੂੰ, ਆਮ ਆਦਮੀ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਨੂੰ. And one last point, please understand, when someone is in a drug, when someone is taking drugs, as people who know me very well, they know what my background has been. You need to support him. There should be an ecosystem where families, where societies support him. तुम उसको कॉर्नर्ड करके उसका विन नहीं करोगे, एंड देन दीज गाइज विल बी जस्ट गिवन ला इतना चिट्टा ला ए करके आ, ओ करके आ, ए करके आ. और एक ना वो बहुत गंदी ट्रिप है जिस पे मुझे बहुत गुस्सा है यार. हर बार वही पॉइंट उठा देना कि नहीं ये राइल अप हो जाएंगे. नो यार, वी गाइस हैव मूव्ड ऑन. Do you really think so? A state can have these many of people leaving the state? Do you know why they left the state?
So
Because they
Kabul,
wanted progress. They wanted progress,
can I ask
brother.
a question?
Thank you. You let me. Thank you. You let me speak.
Yeah, no. I have a
Brother, I am.
question. Well, I have no problem with
Thank you.
you. I just want to be. We're not 100% aligned, but I have a question for you. Who do you think is the biggest culprit for the issues that you brought to the table in Haryana?
It all started with Sikh terrorist
So
Vindrawala.
Khalistanis,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, Khalistan. That is तो bro. अब obvious थोड़ी मैं आपको बताऊंगा. That is
No.
obvious.
I just want to make that distinction because
Yeah, all right, brother.
we
See,
make distinctions between
people who
Sikhs
know
and
me,
Khalistanis. Yes. Mhm.
yes, for sure. I to have no issues if someone even uses the term Sikh terrorist. I have no comes. I have been announced the biggest Islamophobic on that platform called Clubhouse, यार. मैं एक के लिए ये थॉट प्रोसेस रखूंगा और दूसरे के लिए रखूंगा, ऐसा आपका ड्रीम है. बट अब जब मैं खुद ही यहाँ खालिस्तानी डिक्लेयर हो चुका हूँ, तो मैं तो आई विल टेल यू, आई एम वर्किंग ऑन द ग्राउंड. आई ट्राई टू गेट पीपल इन. बट व्हाट अबाउट, ओके, if we are talking about Khalistanis, I know a lot of people are going to abuse me for saying this, and I am very actual to it. Two thought processes, ideologies you cannot ignore: the fucking Pakistanis and the Congress. If you're gonna ignore the fucking Pakistanis, you're gonna face the same shit again. And if you're gonna ignore the madness of Congress, is how the fuck all they care about is power in this country, you would ignore the rapes in West Bengal. What happened in 71? Dada is sitting here. Dada will tell you why the fuck Congress could not come back. This whole fucking mess in our country is especially especially in places where they could rile up emotions. Congress has a history of doing this shit.
Okay, so
और
what
भाई
you're
पाकिस्तान
saying,
आपका दोस्त नहीं
so Kabo,
पाकिस्तान आपका दोस्त नहीं है.
I heard everything you said. I just want to like kind of summarize. You're saying Congress and Khalistanis are the biggest culprit, right? So embrace the
No, no,
BJP a little
Pakistanis,
bit more.
Khalistanis, third Congress.
Sure. So that's what I'm saying. You have to embrace the lesser of two evils. Who is trying to fix the problem? Maybe it's not getting fixed on the timeline that you feel is acceptable, but I'm sorry, it has improved under BJP, right? Like now here's the thing, the drug trade, it happens everywhere in the world. There's a drug trade in the United States. We have a fentanyl crisis in the United States. There are fentanyl zombies in like the in many major cities, Philadelphia, San Francisco, New York. People just like on the street in these zombie poses. This is a global crisis. This is not just one country. This is not just India. It's not just the US. It's happening everywhere. So the thing is, you have to get to the root of the problem. I agree. Khalistanis are involved in the drug trade the most. There are some remnant, groups that attach themselves to this because it's maybe like easy black money and, uh, you know, but when they, get caught, they start crying, right? Like these aren't like really strong people. So at the end of the day, you have to look at it through that lens. You cannot condemn the people who are maybe not pulling super hard to fix it, but if it's improving, and I know it has improved, maybe not specifically Haryana, but overall, India has improved under the BJP considerably. It's not perfect.
No, no,
It's not perfect. Pick any
Rajiv, I'll
presidency
tell
in the United States, it is not perfect. Any of them. Trump
you.
presidency, Biden presidency, I don't care. Obama presidency. Everybody has a problem with some person has a problem with one presidency time and time again. So you have to pick and choose your battles as well.
Yeah, Rajiv, brother, maybe you guys are not aware of it. In 2014, I worked for BJP. In 19, I worked for BJP. In 2024, I worked for BJP. But now the issue is, why doesn't the Sikh speak? Why doesn't Sikh speak? अरे भाई ये नियम मेरे घर के बाहर आके खड़ा हो जाएगा इन्ना नाल केड़ा लड़ूगा मैं नेताओं से लड़ लूंगा अपने इनसे कैसे लड़ूं विकी थॉमस नाम का एक बंदा महाराष्ट्र से खड़े होके यहाँ पंजाब आ गया स्यापा खड़ा कर देता लोकली हाउ विल आई एम अ हार्डकोर बीजेपी सपोर्टर In fact, see, the problem is people don't want to listen to history. They will judge me because of one of my tweets. My family openly supported a BJP candidate by the name of Jain Saab, OP Jain Saab. He was a Ministry of State under Atal Bihari Vajpayee. He was the first, after years and after Jansangh dissolved and BJP came, he was the first MLA. I still have photos of my father on the jeep with gun in his hand. The problem is you have created a scenario, people who have zero understanding of politics of the state, where I myself have been targeted by my own people. During Kisan Andolan, I was abused by everyone, left, right, center. Now I myself, when it comes to Punjab politics, I am at an arm's length. Because I have been living here since 1 year, what I am hearing, what is happening. See, I'll tell you something very interesting, my brother. You know, these people used to attack Adani. अरे अदानी के पोर्ट पे इतना सीजर हुआ अरे भाई वो तो 14 के बाद मोदी आया तो सीजर होने शुरू हुए उससे पहले पता है क्या नंगा नाच हो रहा था इस देश में आपको क्या लगता है पंजाब इज मैच्ड अप इन ड्रग्स कम टू माय सिटी मुंबई कम टू दिल्ली कम टू हैदराबाद I will tell you places on my tips where you can go and buy any kind of drug in India. It is very simple. This is my theory. I can be wrong also. It's just my theory. The reason the movie Urta Punjab came out was till that time 2011 meth and MDMA became hardcore in Mumbai, in Bangalore, in Delhi, and this movie comes out. Okay, Urta Punjab. My theory is I have been to different kinds of cultures across India. In Punjab, Punjabi, Sikh, Jat Sikh culture, no one gives a fuck. And our mothers love us so much. All right, मेरा बच्चा कर रहा है अपने पैसे से कर रहा है. So उन्होंने पूरे इंडिया का माइंड डाइवर्ट किया पंजाब पे. पंजाब वालों को पड़ी नहीं है. I have seen in houses people joking about Afeem. Like literally joking about Afeem. So this is my conspiracy theory. I could be wrong also. That the reason every time they pick up Punjab is because people, the mafia, the bigger mafia, the ones you are talking about, Fenitel and ये सब mafia, ये mafia Mexico में आया. Google uh, drug making companies in Rajasthan. Then you will realize Bishnoi mafia. A lot of stuff is there. The reason they want to keep emphasize on Punjab is they know these people don't care, especially my Sikh community. So no one will ask a question that why the hell there are more marijuana smokers in a city like Delhi than alcohol smokers in last 5 years. The same goes for Mumbai. Their NCRB data, their reports, their articles is written by big journalists of this nation.
Kabul, I hear you. Sorry,
Thank
like
you,
no,
Rajesh bhai.
yeah, we
I
can
love.
take this discussion like further
Yeah,
offline.
Yeah.
yeah, and I would like to thanks Major Saab also. Major Saab, it was an
Yeah.
honor listening to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Krishna,
Thank
go
you,
ahead.
Kabul ji. Sat Shri Akal ji.
Sasyakal, sir. Sasyakal.
Yeah, you don't have to leave. I just want to like we have other hands and stuff. Yeah.
Siddhartha
Yeah,
bhai
I'm
and
behind.
Rajiv ji,
Go ahead,
Yep.
Krishna. Yeah.
Can I go ahead? Yeah. Major sir, first of all, thank you for your service. So I have two questions, which I keep watching most of your videos on YouTube when you come on to different channels. सर जी दो क्वेश्चन पूछना है. फर्स्ट वाला है कि ये 1980 में जो कुछ भी हुआ या 1992 1991 आप जितना वो बोल रहे थे अब तक किसी ने बाहर आके I'm sorry nobody has come out and told all of it, but the important point what we see is even I stay in US, none of the Sikh people come out and say Khalistanis are not Sikhs. They are different people and we are different. There are very few people. I mean, sorry, I'm asking your explanation here as well. When you go out and you talk, you always talk about India, Pakistan. That's great, thank you. But also call out these people, right? They are both the same. And the reason why I'm asking is I've been twice on X just because I was after Khalistanis. I was banned. I have got a new account, but again, that doesn't matter. But the reality is, if people like me who can come out and then understand what these people are, when you worked with all of them with their personal connection, why do you not come out and call them enough and then blame them? The second thing, when Gurudwaras are here, they're mostly in US, Canada, and everywhere. Why don't they come out and talk about it? You have power. यहाँ पे तो आते हैं आप तो इतना बड़े बंदे हो तो आप क्यों नहीं बाहर आके बोल सकते हो Yeah, that's it.
बूंद
Krishna,
में गोली कोई नहीं खाना चाहता भाई साहब.
basically, Siddharth has is witness to one document issued by the Home Ministry. Siddharth, I think it's best that you can summarize that to Krishna and tell him why people like us are usually, I mean, we're keeping quiet. Tell him why it is so. Sid,
Yes, I mean, I don't know how much I can say though, but should I be careful? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's important that people like Major are protected, and we don't let him, speak too much because I did see the documents that he sent me, and it's crazy. And we've got to protect him. It's the there is a I don't know how much I can say, Major. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but to protect the safety of him and his family,
I'll just
it is
add on
important.
now. Sid,
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
see Krishna, I am under IS. I am on the ISI hit list. Okay, my name is in it, and the government is aware of it. Here in, I mean, the Punjab intelligence IG is aware of it. There are many things. There are many dynamics. Now the issue is Krishna that if I'm sitting with a bunch of 10 people, I would with guarantee say that 4 to 5 are still stuck at what happened in 84 and are against. I mean, they're pro Khalistani. They just don't want to be a part of the whole diaspora. Okay. Jatsix like me, or like how Kabulji was saying, like us, we are the ones with the argument that our gurus sacrificed their lives and families for this land, that now these people are saying कि नहीं ये अलग है भारत से. It is not going to happen. Simple and straight. Okay. अब
Sarji, one
जब
small
किसी
follow
ने
up question.
ठान ली है, now when somebody is hell bent upon this narrative, there is no certain way or means to stop it. वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ. That Satluj movie is like a burning oil जिसके अंदर तुम अब घी डाल रहे हो. God forbid if my child gets to see that movie, which I'm going to ensure he does not see. End of the day, तो he will come out as यार सिखों को ही मारते रहे हैं, सिख ही सफर कर रहा है. Then he'll start seeing the police also as negative. Then he'll become an anti-social element. It is very easy for Mango to sit there and say ye. Bhai, we have dealt in operations. We have taken out. I have resettled surrendered terrorists in a society, proper society. उसकी एडमिशन नहीं करवाई है हमने यूनिवर्सिटियों में. We've settled them in houses with pure new identities and names and everything, and everybody is well aware that where that individual is. There is a mechanism to track. They are new identities, new life, and they're leading a very comfortable, successful life. अब कोई rehabilitation mechanism नहीं है. ठीक है, जख्म वैसे ही बने पड़े हैं, वो अब दोबारा पनप रहे हैं. भाई तुम 81 से 84 तक की नौबत बताओ ना, नौबत क्यों आई? वो क्यों नहीं बता रहे हो मेरे बच्चों को? मेन चीज तो तुमने दिखाई नहीं सतलुज मूवी में. अब वो बेचारा देखेगा, बोलेगा यार ये तो हमारी खिलाफ है. एंड देन ही विल अगेन स्टार्ट विद द नरेटिव कि ये हिंदू हैं, ये अलग है, हम अलग है, कर लो जो करना है. तो आई एम वेरी पिस्ड. आई एम नॉट हैप्पी दैट दिस मूवीज कम आउट दिस वे. अब मैंगो वाज सेइंग कश्मीर फाइल्स. भाई कश्मीर फाइल्स में तुमने दिखाया है ना एयरफोर्स वालों को मारा है. तुमने पूरा क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर में दिखाया है कि हाउ द सिचुएशन अनफोल्डेड. इसमें तुमने इनिशियल बताया ही नहीं कि व्हाई डिड 84 अनफोल्ड. और मैं तो जस्टिफाई नहीं करता हूं 84 को कि हाउ डेयर यू टेक अ वेपन इनसाइड गुरु का घर है यार. हाउ डेयर यू, जुर्रत कैसे की. एंड प्रैक्टिकली स्पीकिंग एज पर द लॉ एंड द हिस्ट्री ऑफ द सिक्स, द निहंग्स should have countered Bhindranwala and should have kicked him out along with his weapons and his entourage. Because Nihangs are the protectors of Sikhism and all the Gurdwaras. वो भी हाथ पे धरे बैठे हैं. And Kabulji is so right. मतलब my father was posted in Punjab. I'm talking about 2007, 2008. I was in college. Amazing team of NCC. One of the boys from mechanized infantry who was posted under my dad. बिल्कुल sober Sofi banda. I meet him in the first year in 2 to 3 times. पहली 2 मीटिंग्स में तो he looked मतलब very good fit. Third meeting he started losing weight. चौथी बार मिला मैं in the second year, he became a drug addict. And it was becoming difficult कि एक regular military soldier को अब पलटन में कैसे भेजे वापस. He started taking leave कि साहब मैं छुट्टी जाना है. He used to go home, fight with his parents, steal the gold जो भी मिलता था, मार्केट में बेच के नशे करने लग गया. और and eventually my father put him in rehab. Rehab से भाग के he committed suicide. यार we know the ground situation. It is very easy for anyone to speak. I know tomorrow मेरे घर के बाहर कोई आके मुझे मार जाएगा. I know it. I am living in clear and present danger. Even if you are living in Delhi, you are safe. Even if you are living in Himachal, you are safe. But if you are living in Punjab today, you have to think 10 times. तुम वीडियोस देखो ना चंडीगढ़ पंचकुला मोहाली की. न्यू स्ट्रैटेजीज कम अप विद दीज नार्को गाइस. ये इमिग्रेशन सेंटर से पता करते हैं कि कौन से बंदे के ऊपर लोन है, उसका एड्रेस पता करते हैं, फिर मलेशिया इंडोनेशिया फोन करते हैं. हाँ भाई तेरे ते कितना कर्जा है? बोलेगा जी पाजी मेरे ते 10 लाख का लोन है. कहता मैं तुझे 5 लाख मैं तुझे ही विल से आई विल क्लियर योर लोन. तू इंडिया आ जा. He will fly him to India in one day, pick him up from the Delhi airport, take him to another vehicle, change his clothes, give him the weapon, give him the target. He goes, executes the guy. उससे पहले मोटरसाइकिल दी जाएगी विद अ रॉन्ग नंबर प्लेट. ठीक है, वो कार से वो बैठेगा वो मोटरसाइकिल में. एंड ऑल दिस इज बीइंग डन वेयर नो सीसीटीवी इज बीइंग रिकॉर्डेड. He does the hit, dumps his motorcycle, changes his clothes, dumps the clothes elsewhere, sits in one vehicle that takes him to the original vehicle of the airport. ये दोबारा दिल्ली पहुंचता है दूसरे दिन सुबह रात को 2 बजे और सुबह की 4 बजे की फ्लाइट से इंडोनेशिया वापस. पकड़ लो जैसे पकड़ना है, कर लो जो करना है. सो थिंग्स आर नॉट राइट. मतलब मुझे बहुत बुरा लग रहा है कि मूवी इस टाइम पे इन्होंने लाया है ना. इलेक्शन तक पता नहीं. आई जस्ट प्रे गदर ना होए बस.
Major sir,
Hello.
one follow-up question, just a small one. I was following up from 2018 to 2024. हर एक पंजाबी लड़का को they were taking 45 lakhs and they were pushing them to donkey route to USA. हमने हमने इंडियन एम्बेसी को सबको टैग किया था. I don't know if that's what even you are aware of. That's the ground reality. और ये इन लोगों को मेक्सिको से ड्रग्स लेके यूएस में और कनाडा में बेच देते थे. Is that something that you are also aware of and then you see it on the ground?
Unfortunately, one of my distant relative was deported from US because he'd gone by the donkey route. Not for the first time, Krishna, second time. Money spent almost $2.25 crore. And I tried to put sense in him. कि भाई तू आईलेट्स कर लेता, तू 2-3 लाख दे देते आईलेट्स के लिए. कहते पाजी पढ़ाई तो मैं करनी नहीं, पढ़ाई मैं हाथ नहीं लानी क्योंकि मेरे पल्ले नहीं पैंदी. मेरे यार दोस्त बन गए ने पता नहीं कौन कौन सी कंट्री. इटली से पता नहीं कोई साइप्रस गया, साइप्रस से ये पता नहीं कहीं और लेके गए मेक्सिको में इसने वहां पे नौकरी की 1-1.5 महीना और फिर मेक्सिको के किसी डीलर से मिलके उसको. और सबसे ज्यादा पैसे मेक्सिको वाले कमा रहे हैं. मेक्सिको और साइप्रस, इट्स अ हब. अब तो यारी डाली हुई इन्होंने. कहते मैं छुट्टी जाऊं. मैं हुण की प्लान है? कहते कुछ नहीं भाजी गर्मियां च छुट्टी मैक्सिको जाऊंगा. मैं अमेरिका कहता ज्यादा फर्क नहीं है, मैं मैक्सिको ही ठीक है. आई मीन व्हाट डू यू डू? ओके, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स को बता दिया. क्या कर लेगी मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स? कोई स्पेशल फोर्स भेजेगी, कोई इंडिविजुअल भेजेगी उसे ट्रैक करने के लिए? भाई मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स इज ओनली टू फैसिलिटेट लॉस ऑफ पासपोर्ट, रीइश्यूएंस ऑफ पासपोर्ट. कोई मेडिकल इशू आ गया या फिर सम इंडियन इज पास्ड अवे ड्यूरिंग ट्रांजिट, उसकी बॉडी को कार्गो टर्मिनल में भेजने से पहले एम्बामिंग करा के पैक करके वापस इंडिया भेजना एंड ऑल दैट. ये सारी चीजें होती हैं इंडियन एम्बेसी की. आई मीन आई हैव वर्कड विद देम आल्सो. आई डोंट वांट टू गो इनटू डेप्थ. आई हैव बीन पार्ट ऑफ गंगा आल्सो. सो बहुत सारी चीजें यार. आई कांट स्पीक अबाउट इट बट इट्स वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स.
Sorry, Major Saab, I just want to listen by you that what kind of size, how powered they are. I'm talking about drugs nexus, right? And how white triangle and how black triangle, which comes in the northeast and near the Punjab, India, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. That white triangle, how both triangle are favorable for the drugs nexus and how they are powerful. They can their nexus, how they are strong. So could you please explain it? Because हमें तो लगता है कि बस वो थोड़े मोड़े होंगे. They don't have missile. They don't have even दो तीन छोटे देश को तो वो ऐसे संभाल लें. मतलब how big size of the nexus? Could you please explain it?
See, I'll tell you. पहली चीज तो लेट अस बी वेरी अपफ्रंट की फेंटेनिल का जो नेटवर्क है, इंडिया इज पार्ट ऑफ दैट फेंटेनिल वाला थिंग. आई हैव रिटन आर्टिकल ऑन इट. अमेरिका इज आल्सो अवेयर, इवन द गवर्नमेंट इज अवेयर. ठीक है. सो देयर आर नो टू वेज अबाउट इट. अगर कुछ गलत हो रहा है तो हो रहा है. ठीक है. अब ये जो ड्रग कार्टल्स हैं, दे ऑपरेट फ्रॉम अफगानिस्तान बिकॉज वहां पे पॉपी का ग्रोथ है. देन पाकिस्तान, वहां पे तीरा वैली इज देयर. 3-4 और जगह हैं वहां पे उनके पॉपी फील्ड्स हैं. एंड 10 कोर इन कोटा पाकिस्तान इज इन चार्ज फॉर एलोकेटिंग दी फील्ड्स फॉर कल्टीवेशन एंड वाटरिंग विच इज बीन गिवन टू डिफरेंट टेरर तंजीम्स. लश्कर तैयबा, जैश ए मोहम्मद, ISKP एंड जैश ए अदल, इनके ग्रुप्स को इन्होंने रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज दी हैं अलग अलग फील्ड्स की. एवरी वीक अ फीडबैक गोज टू 10 कोर दैट इतना पानी दिया है, इतना मैन पावर डिप्लॉयड है, इतना आउटपुट है. सो एवरी वीक अ रिपोर्ट गोज. ओके. ईरान के थ्रू भी इलीगल स्मगलिंग पॉइंट्स हैं विच आर बीइंग हेविली यूज्ड बाय द मैक्सिकन्स आल्सो. ओके. सो ये क्रॉस बॉर्डर मूवमेंट होती है. अब पहले ये क्या करते थे, पैकेट फेंकना. आई मीन उड़ता पंजाब इज शोन हाफ ऑफ इट. ओके. व्हेन आई वाज पोस्टेड इन फिरोजपुर, ओके, हमें एटलीस्ट 4 टाइम्स अ वीक खबर आती थी कि ड्रोन्स हैव क्रॉस्ड ओवर फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान एंड ड्रॉप्ड कॉन्ट्राबैंड. धीरे धीरे कॉन्ट्राबैंड के साथ जैसे इलेक्शंस के आसपास का टाइम होता था, दे यूज्ड टू ड्रॉप पिस्टल एंड ग्रेनेड्स आल्सो साथ में. ऑल चाइनीज, पाकिस्तानी कुछ भेजते ही नहीं थे. और ब्लैंक वेपन्स. Blank weapons are those which are manufactured in the Pakistan local market with no serial number or accountability or anything. They are called blank weapons. ठीक है. They are used mainly for crime. तो यहाँ पे जो भी पिस्टल्स और ये सब इलीगल जो वेपन्स हैं, ये वहीं से आ रहे हैं जो ड्रोन से ड्रॉप करते हैं. नाउ द इश्यू इज यू कांट स्टॉप एवरी ड्रोन. ड्रोन आपसे 60 मीटर ऊपर चला जाए हवा में, यू कांट सी द ड्रोन. अब प्रॉब्लम इज all the transactions are being done through crypto, so there is no track of money. इतनी virtual apps आ गई हैं that both the sides only need a internet connection, that's all.
And Pakistan is
Then
the
the
big
drones
big
have,
market for the crypto, and that's why Donald Trump he launched the crypto there and favoring Pakistan. It's-
उसकी भी deep dive story है. He has put his, I think, son-in-law David Kushner as responsible for the crypto part. They have hired Binance app का पुराना director. He's a Chinese or a Japanese, I don't know. He is in charge for running the pura overall crypto infrastructure. And the crypto minister of Pakistan is a young guy. I don't know what's his name. मैं भूल रहा हूँ. You know, Google it and check. So that guy is the one who's in charge for setting up these crypto farms. So it has become a hub for creating black money into white. अभी पिछले महीने ट्रंप earned $1.5 billion क्रिप्टो से. तो मैं वही बोल रहा हूं कि मेक्सिको, अफगानिस्तान हो गया, पाकिस्तान हो गया, ईरान हो गया. ठीक है. All these are the places where this is taking place. And for all you may know, China would be also buying the drugs from there and selling it into Myanmar and into India, into the northeast.
That's why I
That
said,
is the
no,
actual
that's why I
route.
said
That's the route actually.
most favorable. So these are the border area is going to be disturbed, and it was disturbed, and now we are doing the Myanmar fencing over there, which already announced by the our latest CDA, Mr. Dheeraj Seth. He said we are going high tech fencing in Myanmar border, and government had already funded for that. Earlier, it's just news day before yesterday. So these are the things what very significant, and is even I don't think Matthew, he was killed, one of the major drugs cartel person. So it's not easy, and it's not easy to handle by the government even, because peddlers are there, locals are there. I'm not talking about a particular provision and particular.
I will give you a very practical example. When I was in Northeast, if a female has put drugs in her underwear and she's wearing clothes over it and she's walking right in front of me, and that is approximately half a kilo of cocaine, which is in her underwear, how do you
You might be
expect me
talking
to
about
stop her?
the Myanmar border nearby in Meghalaya.
Yes,
It's very disturbing.
yes.
I couldn't
हाँ,
understand because I've already
you
visited this
can't
place.
stop
No,
them. मतलब आप अगर फेंस भी लगा दोगे ना, they will find a way from the air, or they will dig under the fence, make a tunnel, and कर लो जो करना. And
have you
worst
idea
case
about the fake
scenario,
currency is still in nominal
नहीं,
Sorry, guys.
नहीं, fake
all right.
currency
There's a
is not the
little,
issue
there's a
anymore.
lot of back and forth.
हाँ, drug is the main issue.
Last one, okay? Ravi, you were saying about currency. That sounds important. So just say it and have Major respond, and then we'll go to Doctor.
See, as far as currency is concerned, they've bypassed all the banks. It's all crypto now. People are carrying pen drives as crypto wallets. So those pen drives have certain combination codes with 15 letter combinations. So people are securing their money. Now you take that pen drive and you use it after 10 years on some crypto platform. Your cryptocurrency will be there. So now that is the issue. Everybody's saying digital payments, digital payments. Ultimately, there will be digital frauds. There will be ways and means for digital transactions which do not show on government portals. So you don't have to pay taxes. Now they've come out with an app in which the electric rickshaw can be stopped randomly whenever you're near a e-rickshaw. So with progress, you will have the black sheeps also. Every system you will have black sheeps, and they are also knowledgeable. ये नहीं कि कोई भोंदू है जिसे अक्ल नहीं है. We use cyber teams, but let me remind you, our cyber teams are the ones who were the ones who first barged into some system. They broke into some systems. There was a police case on them. They were offered a job offer by the government, then they joined. And it's not only with us. In private digital firms also, they have hired such people who are expert in jailbreaks and breaking into softwares and firewalls. So, मैं ये नहीं, like we in Indian Army have the White Lotus. So White Lotus is a very ultimate group, and I have been part of hacking at one point of time when it was required through Linux. I'll not tell further what versions and all and how you used to go about it, but we've done the needful when it was required. Yeah, we also need to get down the take out funds from the notorious drug cartels. तो चोरी तो उनकी भी होती है भाई, उनके भी बैलेंस जीरो होते हैं कई बार. So it is not that we are only at war on the ground. We are on ground. We are digitally also at war. ठीक है. So yeah, one has to be very careful, and this will carry on. If there is good, there is evil also. We pray to the God because demons exist. to save ourselves from the demons, we pray to God कि भाई हमें sanity रहे, है ना, we remain strong, we do well, है ना, we give the right path to our children, है ना, focus, concentration, है ना, तो motivation. When you feel broken, you recall God. Now some people say God is a concept which was introduced because पुराने जमाने में डिप्रेशन बहुत था, लोगों को पता नहीं था कि how to keep themselves under discipline and check, so they said okay, we'll create a concept of God. बहुत सारी arguments हैं. Many people are saying that with US disclosing the UFO thing, they don't want to go much in depth, otherwise they are saying people will lose the concept of God and then there'll be pure chaos in the world. There are theories coming out that there are drugs, super drugs coming which have cure for cancer, है ना? But still they will not be shared. बहुत सारी चीजें. There are many things which are hidden. Some things which I am also forbidden to speak about. So we all need to remain within our parameters. That's all that I want to get at.
Yeah, I agree. And you're right. With every technology that comes out, it gets weaponized for evil, right? So even with crypto, the idea to bring people who were unbanked, who didn't have access to digital economies, it's a novel idea, right? Because the wallet is free. You know, getting crypto is the cost of the crypto itself at market value plus fees. It's a reasonable architecture, but the problem is you have like these crypto exchanges that became scams, like FTX, pure evil scam, right? And worse, they brought in a bunch of like influencers, people that you trust to say, no, FTX is a great exchange. Please join, Tom Brady, I think, was in it. So and they all got duped, right? And as a result, they duped all their customers. It became a whole thing that Sam Bankman-Fried, got, just a bunch of money, and he's like in another country that he can't get extradited. I think he got arrested, but it took some time. So yeah, well said. Doctor, go ahead.
I have been
Thank you.
I
Oh,
have been
sorry.
listening to all of you,
Sorry, not Dr.
and
Guggen. Sorry, I don't know what it says.
Dr.
Hammerling?
V. Yeah,
Yeah. Guggen,
thank
just
you.
put up your hand. I didn't see your hand, so.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, Rajiv and Siddharth. Major Saab, Jai Hind to you. And my question is regarding Punjab. Sir, as you are well aware, you have lived over there and you have roots over there. We know that a lot of things have happened in Punjab. Uh, what is the best way for reconciliation and bringing out Punjab from that that mindset of radicalization? I just want to as a person that you have lived through it and possibly have seen a lot of it, what is your take on the solutions part of it? Thank you very much.
See, very good question you asked. See, first, you got to revamp the education system. You got to tell the real meaning of Sikhism. Now I'll tell you where things are going wrong. In Punjab, the government teachers are mainly connected or have some connect with RSS, or they are mainly, of Hindu religion. As a result, क्या हो रहा है? जो मतलब पंजाबी connect होना चाहिए in the village government model schools is a miss. और कई पेरेंट्स ने तो अपने बच्चे भी भेजने बंद कर दिए हैं कि भाई तुम यही करो, खेती करो. ठीक है, फार्मर प्रोटेस्ट इज द मैक्सिमम डैमेज टू आवर एजुकेशन सिस्टम. टीचर अपनी तनख्वाहें ड्रॉ कर रहे थे विदाउट एनी वर्क, तो पूरा सिस्टम कोलैप्स हो जाता है. तो बेसिकली व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल इज, आप पहले तो यू हैव टू बैक ट्रैक द पीपल हु आर sending money from abroad. You have to identify the people abroad by अब सी एम्बेसी के सामने कोई भी प्रोटेस्ट होता है अब, Okay, now what is happening is they are all being recorded, A to Z. The Indian embassies are not going to take any physical action. They're going to record things. That recording comes to India. Then by facial recognition software and on-ground verifications, the families are being pointed out. फिर उनके एसेट्स फ्रीज किए जा रहे हैं कि बाहर से अब अगर ये पैसे भेजेगा तो रिसीव ही नहीं होंगे. बट एनीवेज देयर आर अदर वेज एंड मींस. वो अपने रिश्तेदारों को भेज देते हैं जिनको अब दूर दूर तक कुछ लेना देना नहीं उससे. वो रिश्तेदार पैसे आके दे देते हैं. सो गवर्नमेंट हैज बीन पुटिंग चेक्स एंड बैलेंसेस. वी बीन डूइंग आवर बेस्ट. एंड यार रेड फोर्ट में जो स्टॉर्म किया था, not a single bullet was fired despite. I mean, the saving grace was that when that Khalsa was removing the tricolor, he put the tricolor on his shoulder. God forbid had that flag fallen down on the ground. मैं बता रहा हूं, it would have been a total 90-degree disaster narrative. And जो नफरत फैलाने वाले लोग बहुत होते, and it would have gone out of hand. ठीक है, बट इट वॉज रॉन्ग. पहली चीज तो यू हैव नो राइट टू रिमूव अ ट्राइकलर वेर एवर इट इज. ऊपर से जो तुमने वहां पे लगाया वॉज ऑब्जेक्शनेबल फॉर अ पेट्रियोटिक नेशनल सिख जैसे हम लोग हैं. वी आर नेशनलिस्ट, वी आर फॉर द नेशन. वी वर नॉट फॉर दैट. वाई डिड द फार्मर प्रोटेस्ट डाई डाउन? यूनिटी नहीं थी. एक ही तरफे के लोग वहां पे डेरा बना के बैठे हुए थे. एंड जो भी दैट गाय फ्रॉम हरियाणा हु लेड द प्रोटेस्ट, बहुत वीडियोस बाहर आई जिसमें गांव के लड़के पूछ रहे थे, सर 35,000 हो गए एक हफ्ते के, अब तो पैसे दे दो, हम वापस जाएं, दूसरी टीम को भेजेंगे. सो इट बिकेम अ बिजनेस मॉडल कि आप हाईवे जाम रखो, आप लंगर भी चलाओ, खाना भी आता रहेगा और टीम्स भी रोटेट होती रहेंगी. इट बिकेम लाइक अ बिजनेस मॉडल और पैसे भी आते गए. सो एनआईए डिड रेड्स ड्यूरिंग एंड आफ्टर द फार्मर प्रोटेस्ट कि कौन कौन इन्वॉल्व था, कौन कौन हाई प्रोफाइल फैमिलीज के यहाँ पे मतलब दर्शन देने आए थे. देन दे स्टार्टेड स्क्रूटनाइजिंग द बैंक अकाउंट्स. फिर पता चला कि जौन सा अकाउंट इसी लड़के का पिछले 3 साल से डॉर्मेंट है, उसमें सडनली पैसे आने लग गए. 20,000, 40,000, है ना, 30,000. देवर लाइक भाई ये कौन सा बिजनेस शुरू हो गया प्रोटेस्ट के टाइम. सो गवर्नमेंट इज डन इट्स बिट, बट द क्वेश्चन इज कितनों को रोक लोगे, कब तक रोकोगे. इट हैज टू बी कलेक्टिव एफर्ट. देन एसजीपीसी's साइलेंस अर्क्स मी. भाई आप कुछ तो, आप चलो गाइड करने के लिए, एक डायरेक्शन देने के लिए स्टेटमेंट दे दो कि ये भाई मत करो, गलत है. भाई इतना न्यूट्रल यार, ना हाँ करनी ना करनी, हद हुई पड़ी है. सो दैट इज वन ऑफ द मेजर रीजंस व्हाई the Sikh community, which is even patriotic, is keeping shut is कि ऊपर बैठे वाले जिन्होंने डिसीजन लेना है वही मुंह नहीं खोल रहे, हमारी क्या औकात है. सो व्हेन वी गो इन पब्लिक फोरम्स वी से यार हमने बात ही नहीं करनी है, देयर इज, इट इज पॉइंटलेस. अगर मेरे बात करने से किसी पे कोई फर्क है,
Yeah.
इम्पैक्ट आता, I would have right now had at least thousands of people following me and my tweets would have gone viral and everybody would have said हाँ यार ये बंदा सही कह रहा है. बट अगर मैं फैक्चुअल डेटा भी डालूं ना, नीचे मुझे गालियां ही आ रही हैं.
No,
तो
major,
हाँ ये
major.
बता
It's
देते हैं.
important. I'll just say this that everybody should realize that me speaking or anybody else speaking on the space or Rajiv speaking, it's not the same weight as Major speaking because Major is a former Indian Army official and he's deeply in the military ecosystem. He has direct life threats against him, right? And I actually saw those documents. I'll send it to Rajiv as well. It's mind blowing. You guys have to see it. I mean, obviously, me and Rajiv have to see it because this level of threats and attacks and putting them on watch list and stuff is scary. So please don't expect people to say something out of pocket because it can really affect them, right? Yeah, let's be careful about that. So we have a lot of other speakers as well, so I
Siddharth
thought
bhai,
we'll go.
let me
Yeah.
say in one simple line. I know Major sir cannot say that. ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਿਓ ਦਾ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸੀ ਲਾਲ ਕਿਲਾ ਜੇ ਚੜ ਕੇ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਲਾ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਵੀ ਬੋਲਾ ਥਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਿਓ ਦੇ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਥੋੜੀ ਨੇ the problem is they want this mess to happen as simple as that इसको कोई recognize नहीं कर रहा they
Thank you
know
very much, sir. Yeah, carry on, sir.
yeah thank you Thomas bhai they want that mess to happen and I was just 60 kilometers away when this Andolan was happening. On 26th night, no, I personally know people started moving out because lots of Sikhs in Punjab got, oh fuck, this has come to the thing again. Then that person called Takat cried and then the thing again started again. We need to understand this because
Yeah.
even guy like me were like people who was support मेरे को तो abuse मिला left right center अपने लोगों से ही I don't care about it ਸਾਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਬਚਪਨ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ abuse ਮਿਲਿਆ ਬੰਬੇ ਦਾ ਹੈ ਵਿਲਾਇਤੀ ਹੈ doesn't make a difference right but I was the first one who said कि प्यो को गुरुद्वारा समझ के तुमने निशान साहब चढ़ा दिया
Yeah,
but what
agreed.
happened that was a problematic thing what happened that night when Taket again came and sat started crying उसने फिर बैंड बजा दी तो इशू यहाँ पे ये है कि अब मेरे जैसा कोई बंदा बोल भी ले ना अगर चलो भाई पंजाब वालों से तो मैं बिल्कुल नहीं उम्मीद करता उनके बाहर स्यापे पड़ जाएंगे पर मेरे जैसा बाहर वाला भी बोल दे तो भाई मेरे को जाना तो है ना वहाँ शादियों में अपने लोगों में
Agreed.
मैं अब अपने लोग थोड़ी ना
Correct, correct,
रखूंगा
correct.
भाई
Well said,
थैंक
well
यू
said. Yeah, 100%.
Guys, sorry, Sid, the news has been waiting a very long time. I just
No,
saw.
no, wait. Once again, I just 1 second, Rajiv. Just if you don't guys don't mind, I want Navroop ji to speak. I
Sure.
think he was waiting for a very long time. He had to leave, so I just want to let him speak once, because he has a lot of knowledge on this topic. Yes, please go ahead, Navroop ji. Yeah.
Thank you, Siddharth. Thank you. Thanks, Rajiv. Uh, First of all, uh, on Punjab, there are it's a very contentious issue. So I'll just measure my words and speak very, you know, in a limited manner over here. Insofar as thank you, Major Saab, if he's there, or yeah, he's there, for laying out the facts on those whatever happened in the 80s and 90s. It was really illuminating, for me also. Uh, the second part, I myself, I'm a person born in '84, 6 months before Indira Gandhi's assassination in Delhi. So we have seen that era where every year I used to travel to Punjab to my granny's house in Doab area, and 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93. 92, 93, I vividly remember because I had marriages in my family in Punjab. So we used 91, 92 around. So we used to travel a lot. And there used to be a lot of trouble on the railway stations and bus stands and everywhere. So all the atrocities was committed during that time. I vividly remember two two memories I remember of Punjab as a kid over there. One where I was staying at my nani's place in Jalandhar, and and that used to be an area of model town where Congress politicians used to live over there. And at that time, the army was deployed. I don't know whether it was army or CRPF. I was a kid. I don't remember that exactly what it was. Central forces were deployed to protect that particular lane because there was a Congress politician living in that area who was an MLA or something like that. And if we were supposed to get out of the house by 6 p.m., that I once wanted to go to the shop next door to buy some candy or something for myself. And the Jawan just, standing outside my gate, simply just picked me up and put me back inside the house. No, you can't go out. Just go back in. I said, okay. The second memory I remember is 1991, when the Ludhiana massacre happened on the train, when the Hindus were killed. That was in June 1991. I vividly remember because my father had sent me to the summer vacations. You go to your Nani's house over there, and we were supposed to take the train back. I remember the trains used to the trains were scheduled in this manner that they cross Punjab by sunset. That nothing happens in that era. If you have to take a bus, you have to take a train, you must cross Punjab by 5:30 in the evening. You must not stay there. Otherwise, it used to get dangerous over there. And we were supposed to come around June mid back. And I was told by my father, the massacre has happened. My mother was told, okay, you delay your departure by 10 days. And after 10 days, we took the morning 9:30 train so that by 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, we'll be in Delhi. And at that time, I remember passing the Ludhiana station where exactly that massacre happened, and I was asked my mother, what happened. My mother, her friend, and two kids were there. And I asked, "Bhai, यहाँ पे गाड़ी रुकी क्यों नहीं लुधियाना पे?" Because Ludhiana used to be a regular stop. At that time from the London, the next big station. So he said कि बेटा यहाँ पे बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट हुआ है और यहाँ पे मैसेकर हुआ है तो यहाँ पे कुछ हादसा हुआ है तो यहाँ पे उन्होंने नहीं रोका है. I remember these two memories very vividly because I remember that I can tell you the train name, train number, because and the AC chair car where we were traveling in. I remember those vivid memories. And then my Masi Shadi was there in 1994. I remember those dark days when my grandmother was traveling from Delhi to Punjab, and her trains were stopped in Ludhiana, and we had to send cars to ferry them because there was trouble around between Ludhiana and Jalandhar. So those were the times which we have lived through and we've seen through. And it is no one's denial that all sides have suffered. There should be no whitewashing either way. Anyone who says that there should be whitewashing is actually doing a lot of sin. Now, coming to Satluj movie. Well, the movie
ਉਹ ਭਾਜੀ
on the
ਸਾਹ ਤਾਂ ਲੈ
face.
ਲਓ ਯਾਰ, ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨ ਦਿਓ ਯਾਰ, ਸਾਹ ਤਾਂ ਲੈ ਲਓ.
Brother Thomas, can you wait? Can you wait? Let Navrupji finish. Please don't do that. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Go
that
ahead, please.
was.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
anyway. Okay. But this is but I'm going to speak for this and then I'm going to leave because it's already late. That's the problem. That's the point. Okay. So now on the movie. Movie, it is partly factual and partly propaganda. I'll tell you which portions. To be very true to you. Did the extrajudicial killings happen? Yes, it did. Not me. The Supreme Court judgment of 2011 says so. Preet, Justice Kuldeep Singh judgment on Kalra case says so. I know I need not say anything on that one. Okay. But does that mean that there is not another side? No, there is another side. What I find highly objectionable in the movie is the whitewashing or is a soft peddling of Beyan Singh's assassination. That is not how you justify a killing of a sitting chief minister, elected chief minister of an Indian state, and say, okay, a family was massacred when we know that Beyan Singh's assassination was done by Babar Khalsa International. That's a matter of record. No one is, and to soft pedal on that issue, you are actually giving, fanning. It's okay if you are emotional, you can do that. This act is justifiable. I'm sorry, such kind of acts are not justifiable. He may have belonged to some other party, but he was a sitting chief minister, elected chief minister of India. तो ये चीज बहुत क्लियर होनी चाहिए. दूसरा, इसमें और इसमें जो हिंदूज के मैसेकर को जो इग्नोर किया गया है, चाहे वो लाडोवाल में हो, लुधियाना में हो या कोई चीज हो. I've heard arguments this side and that side both. My point is simple. This is not a documentary, it's a movie. अगर पंजाब के इशू को जाना है तो इसके लिए बहुत गहरी खोद में जाना पड़ेगा. इट डज नॉट स्टार्ट्स इन 84, इट डज नॉट स्टार्ट्स इन 2002, इट डज नॉट स्टार्ट्स इन 1960s. इट गोज इवन डीपर. It is a long issue which begins in somewhere around 1860s and 1870s when the divide actually started. And the divide was on petty issues. The divide started. The Britishers, used, played the divide, offering carrot and stick policy, which further deepened the divide further on 1920s, 1930s. And it ultimately led to a bloody partition. Then after partition, people thought after partition we'll settle down, but that also didn't happen. You had the Suba movement continue. So we had something or the other continuously going on in this region, and this state, became this state and its people, which includes Hindus and Sikhs and all other communities, became a victim of bloody toxic mix of religion and politics. That is a fact. And I will not name parties over here because everyone is a party. Some by abetment, some by direct. Because यहाँ पे मेजर साहब ने पहले ही बहुत बार डॉक्यूमेंट किया कौन कौन सी पार्टीज थी, किसने क्या क्या किया. यहाँ पे ब्लड भी आया, उसने भी बताया कि किसने क्या क्या किया. मैं उसको गिनवाना ही नहीं चाहता बिकॉज पूरी रात बीत जाएगी, लेकिन वो गाथा, ये अमर गाथा कभी खत्म नहीं होगी पंजाब की. So point is, can Punjab be redeemed? What is the Punjab situation today? Well, today it is not exactly going back to the militancy stage, but it is actually at a gangsterism, or what I would call a Mexico of India, where you have a huge narco nexus peddling, where you have gangsters, where you have feroti, where you have rangdari, where you have virtually people asking for haftas, and if you don't supply them, you get threats. That is a fact. These are people who have visited over there. My friends, my people have told me that this is happening. It's very sad that this is actually happening, and this is the breakdown of law and order, because there are around Punjab DGP a few days last 6 months back admitted there are around 7,000 gangs, or 7,000 gang members. So if Punjab police cannot crack down on this, it is a law and order failure. It's as simple as today Punjab is looking at a law and order failure and a narco problem which is deepening by the day. And I'm sorry, no politician is interested in providing the solution. Everyone wants to play the victim card. Everyone wants to play the politics. This movie has become part of the politics, unfortunately. And the wounds are being reopened once again when actually you required healing. I remember the Bengal election खत्म हुआ था जब TMC हारी थी. I was the one who wrote कि finally बीजेपी के बाद बहुत अच्छा मौका है कि किसान आंदोलन का भूत पीछे छूट गया है. Maybe the BJP with the clean slate can once again begin without the baggage of Akalis. And here we are. Once again the same script. I really don't understand कि हम फिर सिचुएशन में कैसे आप फंसे हैं कि where the ones who committed this problem, who allowed this problem to fester, are actually lapping up the movie, and the one who virtually did not have much role to play in it is actually becoming a target. I mean, what kind of thing has happened over here? Why? Because let us understand, you need strong hand in Punjab. The Aam Aadmi Party is incapable of defending it. It is as simple as that. The Congress party is useless. And if you want to talk about religion and separatists, I'm sorry, because वहाँ पे बहुत दिक्कत हो जाएगी, because Punjab unfortunately now has a blasphemy law, which Punjab police can easily file an FIR. So I will stay away from all religious discussions. किसने क्या बोला, क्यों बोला, वो आप लोग डिस्कस कर सकते हो. मेरा पॉइंट सिंपल सा ये है, till the time the politicians of Punjab do not, or the bureaucracy in Punjab, or the Punjab police itself, which has allowed the gangsters to roam free, does not crack down on these narco terror organizations, which are partly funded from international cartels, which are also part of gun running syndicates, which are also party of diamonds trades and everything. I do not, the situation goes far deeper. There are foreign angles involved. There are domestic politicians who want to play this divide. Be a party to it. हमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, इसको जो करना है करो, हमारी जिंदगी लिमिटेड है, निकल जाएगी थोड़े सालों में, बट इतना बता दें, ये डिवाइड बहुत पुराना है, सेंचुरीज पुराना है। इसके रूट में जाएंगे तो बहुत अनकंफर्टेबल ट्रुथ निकलेंगे, जो कोई सुनने को तैयार नहीं होगा, ठीक है। और इस पे ट्रूथ एंड रिकंसिलेशन कमीशन वाज द ओनली वे। अनफॉर्चुनेटली अकाली गवर्नमेंट में वो आया, अकालियों ने प्रॉमिस किया, लेकिन जब वो 97 में पावर में आए तो उन्होंने उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने से ही मना कर दिया कि नहीं, छोड़ो, कोई जरूरत नहीं इम्प्लीमेंट करने की। क्यों नहीं करने की, इम्प्लीमेंट करने की जरूरत है? That was the ideal moment where both the communities should have sat across the table and accepted कि हाँ ये हुआ। क्या दिक्कत है भाई? और ऐसा तो है नहीं है कि यहाँ पे कोई डिफरेंट कश्मीर टाइप का कॉन्सेप्ट है, विच इज अ वेरी एलियन कॉन्सेप्ट। हियर आर टू सेट्स व्हिच आर विवर्ज आउट ऑफ द सेम लैंड, द सेम civilization. Surely we have that much of where outside Punjab we have mingled up. Either in Punjab also we have mingled up so well. We could have easily talked face to face. Yes, these things happened. That could have closed the issue. Healing touch is required. It's as simple as that. And when I say healing touch does not mean just the Sikhs. Healing touch means even the Punjabi Hindus. It's as simple as that. इंसान को इंसान समझो। गुरु नानक जो 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 मैं बताता हूँ ना, गुरु नानक जो बोल गए थे ना, आज पंजाब उससे बहुत दूर जा चुका है। वेरी सॉरी स्टेट, एब्सोल्युटली। जिस तरीके से रिलीजन को टॉक्सिकली मिक्स किया गया है ना, आई सिंपली डू नॉट रेजोनेट विद दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंकिंग। गुरु नानक की बानी बहुत बहुत ही ह्यूमनिस्टिक थी और बहुत ही क्लियर हेडेड थी। ही वुड हैव नेवर अप्रूव दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स, बट एनीवेज दैट्स अ डिफरेंट ओनली थिंग। So that was my limited point. मैं इस ऊपर नहीं बोलूंगा। Thank you so much everyone for giving me. Thanks Siddharth for inviting me and giving me this time. मैं वो खाली बस ये 2 ही लाइन बोलनी थी।
नवरोज भाई सत श्री अकाल।
सत श्री अकाल जी।
वेल
Yeah,
स्पोकन सर।
welcome. It's great. Thank you so much for what you shared, Navrupji. Okay, I think next, Rajiv, who was next? Was
Yeah, the
it the
news was
news?
waiting a
Yeah,
while. Yeah, thanks for
yeah,
the
yeah.
Navrup.
We go to, yeah, yeah, yeah. So the news, and then we go to Abhijit. Yeah, go ahead.
Um,
Yeah.
Siddharth and Rajiv, thank you for this opportunity. I must do Peripona to Navroopji and Kabul Singh ji. I've been following them for a very long time. I may be older than them, but they have much more experience about Punjab than I do. I live in UK. I just want to take us a little bit of a step back to 1984. I was in Calcutta, and I was probably 6 years old, or no, sorry, 9 years old then. And at around 11 or 12 in the afternoon, my school was closed, and we were all asked to leave because something terrible had happened. And it was obviously Indira Gandhi's assassination. And I must tell you, that day has left a lasting impression in me because it took us, what used to take us 45 minutes to reach home, took us close to 14 hours to reach home. And at every stop, everywhere our school bus was stopped, and there were people entering the bus and hunting for Sikh children. And I had a Sikh friend who was thankfully Mona, who didn't have a pug, and luckily because that he escaped. Otherwise, they were actually hunting for Sikh children. And there was a favorite restaurant of ours in a place called Dunlop in Calcutta, which is owned by Sikhs, and it was burnt. He was burnt alive in that restaurant, and we eventually ended up in Shanti Niketan at 4 in the morning, and from there, ambulances came to pick us up, and we were in ambulances, and all the way to home, all we saw was burning tires, rioting, looting. All Sikh establishments were being looted. People were being killed. I mean, you cannot imagine. That was my first impression of the entire Sikh issue. I have no clue what happened before 1984 because I was a young kid. But that is the building block, the foundation of the entire Sikh issue. I have a lot of friends who turned Mona because of that issue, and some who also took advantage because they didn't want the pugs. I mean, on a lighter note, they used that opportunity to cut their hair, but it was really traumatic. I live in UK now, and I'll tell you one thing. Let's say 98% of the Sikhs. I mean, I'm just guessing here, but this is fairly true. 98% of the Sikhs are Khalistanis. And any Sikh that comes from India to UK
Sorry, I
is,
don't agree with that. That seems way too high. I'm
I
not
know, I know,
look.
I'm just saying that
See,
it is.
I disagree with the figure, but yes, what you are trying to get at, yes, that is kind of true, but the figure is definitely not correct.
Yeah, yeah. So sorry, I'm just trying to say the majority of the Sikhs
Yes.
in UK are Khalistanis. My percentage figure might be incorrect, which I said it right at the beginning. But what I'm trying to emphasize is that people the Sikhs who come from India to UK are radicalized within 6 months. I work in an environment where there are a lot of Sikh people working with me,
So do you think
and
it's
I'll
the
tell you,
Gurdwaras? Do
sorry,
you think it's
no,
the
they are.
Gurdwaras?
Yeah, they all come. They have no. I mean, obviously, nobody can deny that Khalistan movement has an imprint in every Sikh Indian's mind, but they're not radicalized in India. I mean, when the people who I've met, but they've come here and they have gotten into that entire ecosystem. I mean, if you go to Gravesend, there's a Gurdwara dedicated to Mr. Bhindranwale. It is, and people take great pride in getting married over there. Anand Karaj in Gravesend Gurdwara is a huge thing in London.
So this needs to be condemned.
To add this to your point, basically, Paji, I just want to add one thing. My last posting was at Firozpur, okay?
Hmm.
Can't they under there are few civil houses which are on lease. So they pay a menial amount and they are occupied by civilians only. I'll not name the kid, but till the time I used to meet him for a year and a half in the Cant. Paji, I love Indian Army. I love India. All good. This, that, flana, very nice. He made me have a word with his father. His father was settled in Canada, doing very well. I spoke to him. He said, "जी मैं immigration में apply किया so he will join me abroad." मैं कहा जी very good. And his mother was staying there in the Firozpur camp. It was their old house. The moment, like, I gave this kid a party, a sea of party, okay, that you've been good, very nice, and all the best, do well. I took him out. We had, matlab, अच्छे से, on a good note, bye bye and everything, and all the best. And after 2 to 3 months, this kid starts dropping me messages that there is a lot of injustice going on in Punjab. Things are not right. The farmers are being killed every day. I said, who's feeding you this shit? Who said कोई मर रहा है? मैं कहा एक आध इंसिडेंट हुआ होगा, but मैं कहा मतलब all of a sudden your mindset is now that India is bad. And what Paji is just mentioning, to my shock and astonishment, shock and awe rather, that kid's mindset only changed. And I was in disagreement with him कि भाई ये सब नहीं हो रहा है, and that kid blocked me after a week or so. Until date we are never in connect. So he is right कि चाहे तुम यहाँ पे 20 साल बिता लो, the moment you go there साला वहां पे mechanism और it is all funded ना, ecosystem तैयार हुआ है. These are the same bloody Khalistanis these fuckers who ran away from all the terrorism into Pakistan, and then these bastards went and settled outside. तो आधा तो इन्होंने खोखला किया हुआ सिस्टम. They don't even know how to read Gurbani. They don't even know Sikh history. You tell them, भाई ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵਾਲੇ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵਿਆਹ ਕਰਨਾ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ ਦੇਸੀ ਨੇ. They're like villagers. they are not of a status जी ये हालत है. Damn, I feel sad. You know, the problem is सिख ने सिख ਦਾ ਹੀ ਨੁਕਸਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ. And I think sanity will remain only till the time ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਹੈ ਨਾ who's a nationalist ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੰਨਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਲਈ ਸਾਡੇ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਨੇ ਸ਼ਹਾਦਤਾਂ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ. We have to be in majority now. Otherwise, as said by Navroop ji, I've started feeling the fractures in the wall because I never kept cash. Now I correlate. My parents never let me. They never let me keep a cash because of the killings in 91, 92 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ they sent me to hostel. ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਜਾ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਮਾਰੇ ਜਾਣ. So ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ. I lost out on what? Sikhi, Gurbani. I mean, so many things I miss today. ਗੱਤਕਾ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ. I miss all that. I have 2 children today. ਦੋਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੇਸ਼ ਰੱਖੇ ਨੇ. They both don patkas and my wife teaches them Gurbani. And there is, I mean, my son has come and asked me at times कि पापा मुसलमानों को बुरा क्यों कहते हैं लोग, बड़े लोग गालियां देते हैं. तो मैं I don't try to feed him anything wrong. I say यार just ignore. If somebody acts funny with you, you act funny back with them. That is it. Just defend yourself. Don't go after anybody. Just take care of your own self. And I told him, you have no right to comment on anybody's religion. So parenting is very important. Today, if parenting goes wrong, now Mango very conveniently said, हाँ पिक्चर आ गई, अब आप अपने बच्चों को संभाल लो. भाई, making a movie, putting it in the society is the social responsibility of the movie makers. कि भाई पूरा एस्पेक्ट तो दिखाओ. तुम आधा ही एस्पेक्ट दिखा रहे हो कि 84 से हुआ है. अब if the youth today, I'm telling you today that the youth is watching this movie, और जो and what the gentleman said, the news करके जेडे यूके तो ने, he is very right कि जिन्ने भी बच्चे बाहर भेजे, डर के मारे भेजे कि या तो खालिस्तानी मार देंगे या पुलिस वाले मार देंगे, इनको बाहर भेज दो. They were sent abroad, and who else ran abroad? The Khalistanis. And the sad part is Jinu Bachandli, the ones who we wanted to save from all this nonsense, is now surrounded with a majority of pro-Khalistanis abroad. जिनका दिमाग खराब है. मैं तो I don't even tell people about my full family कि कौन कहाँ पे है. You never know. कब कौन कहाँ टारगेट करे हमें. We were target then, we are target today. I mean,
So this isn't good. And sorry, Major, I just want to jump in and say this isn't good, right? That if we tell our stories, the pro-Hindu stories, and then people like jump down our throats or like threaten us, that's not a high trust society.
no, it's
That is a
not
low
about
trust
pro-Hindu
society that is
stories, Rajiv.
favoring.
Rajiv,
I'm
it's
just
not about
saying, right?
pro. The thing is, everything said and done, okay? What irks me today is, चलो, Khalra Saab was finding out कि किसने मारा, but उस list में it was a mixed list. The only thing is majority of the names in the list were Sikh. Now, those who want to play the Hindu versus Sikh card say, हिंदुओं का अलग से बताओ और सिखों ने मारा था. Now they tell me this on my face. तुम सिख हो ना, तुम ही नहीं तो मारे थे हिंदू. तुम जवाब दो. वो लिस्ट में हम हिंदुओं के नाम बताओ. कहाँ गए, किधर गए. तो that's why ना I feel helpless that we have lost on both sides. Sikh has lost on both sides.
Paji, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I must tell you that the the Khalistani movement has taken a lot of input from uh, the Islamist movement. I'm sorry, please listen to me. Um, they do not brook any opposition. Anybody who wants to say anything which is progressive or questions the Khalistani ideology is either shut off or there is a whole bunch of people who come and just attack them either through social media or physically just to completely silence them. And and I agree that what can one do? I mean, it's like the progressive progressive Muslims. They have no voice because if they say something, they'll be just completely shut off or killed or said that you're not a Muslim. I mean, the same ideology has been picked up by the Khalistanis primarily with the help of the ISI. I'm with the Pakistani. A majority of I must tell you, I've experienced this very often. A lot of scams that happen in UK, insurance scams, accident claims, are are a domain of the Pakistani community. And I'm not saying that all of them. It's just that this is the fact. And the Sikhs, the Khalistani Sikhs. Why is that? Because they are the Khalistani Sikhs and the Pakistani community are joined at the hip. They're like Siamese twins right now. I may be generalizing. It's not that it happens for everybody, but this is the fact that they are working in tandem with each other, and therefore they are getting influenced by the because obviously they're funded by and obviously they want the Punjab situation to fester forever, so that India gets disturbed all throughout the entire. I mean, we all know why. Secondly, I must just say that even the blasphemy law. I mean, Beadbi. It, what is blasphemy? Why do we even have a blasphemy law? Why we are allowed to question our religion, our gods? We are allowed to question them. Why should we have a blasphemy law? I mean, in these times and age, it just completely just boggles our mind that why we should have something like this. And unfortunately, the reaction to all this is leading to the Hindus also becoming very extremist about this. We have a right to question the dogma. We have a right to question it. And if somebody does not allow us to question it, that person should not be part of the decision making process.
Yeah, I agree. And I want to say this that anyone peddling, like, oh, you can't question the Islamic faith, just disregard them. They are jihadi. They have jihadi leanings because they're not like unabashed at all to question Hinduism. They talk all this shit. I've seen it. These are moderate Muslims. So we have to have that discussion. They have to come correct or it gets worse.
We
They're not.
cannot fall.
No, and they can't strong arm us. They can't strong arm Hindus anymore.
No, no,
That those days are done.
we cannot fall into this trap of becoming so rigid because of a reaction to all the Islamist or whoever it is.
Paji, if I may just add something to this. I'll tell you, over the years, uh, there have been very many instances which have been caught on CCTV that in villages which are mainly hit by drugs or by financial debts, there have been many cases where individuals have come into the Gurdwara and have done wrong to the Guru Granth Sahib. It has been under the influence of drug. It has been under the influence of alcohol. It has been a combination of financial debt, legal problems, many things, and then there have been, I mean, they have disrespected the Guru Granth Sahib like this. Number one. Number two, across the border, in Pakistan, ISI has been also instigating and paying people money that you do this and create a social unrest in Punjab also. Why? Because since Article 370 failed, all the funding effort and everything of the ISI for decades, they want to get back at India by any means, whether they enter from Bangladesh, whether they enter from Kashmir, whether they want to enter from Punjab, they just want to get in and create chaos. So this was one of the reasons that this law had to be brought in place, that at least ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਡਰ ਹੋਵੇ. It can't be that ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ you start disrespecting the Guru Granth Sahib. It will not work like that. Number एक ਇਹ. There was also a plot to create misunderstanding between the Hindu and Sikh harmony in various communities near Haryana and Punjab border. Because our ਜਿਹੜੀ blasphemy ਵਾਲੇ act ਹੋਏ ਨੇ, they've mainly happened at the borders of Rajasthan and Haryana. Okay. So
Yeah.
the CCTV evidences have come. There have been arrests made. It has also come to light that these people are, some are connected with few political parties also in Punjab. Okay. So a matter बिल्कुल ही ठंडा पैके it died an immediate death. 5-6 केस होए, highlight होए, एक अद्धा बंदा भी मरया. In fact, in Golden Temple also such an effort was made. Some boy did something wrong and the mob only killed him outside. Even the police didn't get in. तो मैं वही कह रहे हैं that Pakistan is desperate. It should be we the people who should be mature. But the problem is ਸਾਡੇ आपस ਚ ਇੰਨੇ फर्क हो गए ने ना, because in Firozpur, Rai Singh Sikh, in that whole belt, the Rai Singh Sikh live there, okay? They are financially weak. They traditionally manufacture moonshine, or you could say desi daru, at their homes, okay? When we used to go for route marches from Jalalabad onwards to Hussainiwala, covering 40-50 kilometers on foot at night, we used to see the kids of these houses outside in the middle of December in extreme cold with froth coming, इनके मुंह से झाग आती थी बाहर. ये खुले ओपन में बच्चे बाहर घरों के आगे लेटे हुए हैं, and there are dogs and goats or maybe a cattle which is sleeping next to them ताकि body heat मिलती रहे उनको भी, and ये जो drug addict बच्चे हैं. So this is the actual scenes that we used to see in the whole belt bordering Pakistan, Punjab ki. So I think, and let me tell you, I am not happy with the police force. There's a saying in Punjabi, jithe cha uthe rah. Ithe money is the bloody bap of everything now. कोई प्रिंसिपल नहीं बचा, मतलब असूल, कोई असूल नहीं बचे, कोई मतलब कैरेक्टर वाइज तुसी सीधा चल लो, तुसी मतलब इफ आई एम पार्ट ऑफ द मिलिट्री, अगर कहीं एक जगह भी देयर इज समथिंग रॉन्ग ना, द होल मिलिट्री फ्रेटर्निटी गेट्स शेकन अप फ्रॉम कश्मीर टू कन्याकुमारी. दैट अपनी अपनी फॉर्मेशन में देख लेना, ये कुछ गलत नाटक ना हो जाए भाई, इज्जत का सवाल. बट हियर इज्जत है ही नहीं, तो सवाल उठते ही नहीं. पैसा माई बाप है. अभी देख लो
Ajay.
एफबीआई ने भी एक एसआई का नाम ले लिया.
Yeah. 1 second. The news. 1 second. I think Navroop just
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, Navroop ji, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you. Just one small comment. Uh, on the movie part, I just wanted to mention that film is a very influential part of influencing people's mind. and there are good and bad options. You had Matches in '96, you had Urta Punjab, you had on Punjab, you had various movies, even local cinema, which came out. Whether they led or not, do not lead to any violence, that is a debatable issue. People can talk about it. But then, as there were far, far bigger, far, far outrageous movies which I have seen in Bollywood. And I just want to mention a couple of two. One, Rang De Basanti. It glamorized something which should have never been done.
Absolutely.
Okay? Okay? Number two, with due respect, oh my God. I do not understand where the protagonist goes and says, "Tum shivling pe doodh mat dalo, ye to nali mein jata hai." Does the person has even as a Shiv Bhakta, as a Shiva devotee, it offended me because whose speaker is on here? It's echoing.
News, can you mute?
Newsy, can you please? Yeah, please. So, as a Shiva devotee, if I read the scriptures, the pouring of the milk on the Shiv Lingam has a scientific cause, because in the Shravan month the Vata properties goes up, and it is said that you do not consume the grass. The cows eat this grass, and the Vata gets transferred into milk. The milk becomes poisonous, so that milk is not consumed by the human, but that it is given to the Shivlingam, which is why the Shravan month is held. Shravan month fair is held. So there is a scientific call, because we believe that that's the belief part of it, that Shiva drinks the halal. So as a Shiva devotee, oh my God, and then PK. You made Mahadev and Ma Parvati run across road. I mean, excuse me. People were clapping, and that one of the movies, if you could lift the corporate veil, it was funded by the ARY group, Pakistan.